Hi everyone and welcome to Adventures in Rokugan, Legend of the Five Rings. So today we're going to be starting episode 6. Now, let's a bit of recap. During the last session, Kakita, Anjin, Kurunai, and Doji Kabuki, they actually rode down south towards the land of the cranes to a village known as Kasamora village to actually meet with the current leaders of that land by the name of Daiso Kakita. Daiso Kakita actually wanted to have a request to actually meet up with Doji Kabuki in terms of more of a political talk, trading, as per se, from the north to the south and south to the north. Food, water, stone, luxury items, and so on. But during that time itself, that when Kakita Anjin wrote rode up to the north to actually meet up with Doji Kabuki, that letter that he held, he didn't read it. But the moment he actually gave it to Kurunai and Doji to read, and that was then that every piece of information was revealed. That Kakita Anjin is to actually pursue his knowledge and his sword skill by assisting the new minor clan, which is the Kamouri clan. And from here, Kakita Anjin actually agreed and accepted this way that he could actually learn the ways of the blade. But even then, Kakita Anjin was asked to actually show his sword skills. And Miromoto Hitsumi took up the challenge and then clashed sword with Kakita Anjin. Okay, anyway, Blaze, because you were not in during last session, there was a sword fight between Hitsumi Miromoto and Anjin Kakita. So
Uh-huh.
during this fight itself, so after a few defensive movement and just a swipe, just a simple swipe tap on the neck, and that's it. Just a simple hit. And Kakita Anjin acknowledged the skill, the two-bladed style of the Minamoto. And then after that, you decided to actually stay back at the village together with Togashi Asho to ensure the safety of your people, so nothing else will happen. And you were actually giving them orders, telling them that the farm need to be done, the stone need to be mined, and so on. Simple matters that have been done all this time. While Anjin Kakita, Kabuki Doji, and Kurunai actually rode down south to have that diplomatic talk with the rest of the clan, Green clan. But also, like during this time itself, after that day of rest, Kurunai, Kabuki Doji, and Anjin Kakita, you're resting at one of the inns, at the only inn, of course. Then, during this time, an old man actually came knocking on the door. The door slides open. Then he knelt and bowed his head and said, I have quickly dispatched the messenger pigeon over to Kamouri village, Kabuki-san. I believe they will receive the message very soon, and I hope that everything will be well with you, Kabuki-san. The old
Mhm.
man, his head still bowed on the wooden floor, as you're actually looking at him.
Well, whatever this message is, I hope it finds you well. I hope it finds all of us well, in fact.
The farmer then bowed again and said, Is there anything else that you have need of me? Okay. I'm gonna go to
Uh,
Kuronai first,
oh,
then to Kabuki, then lastly to Anjin.
okay. For Corona, as she take a sip of tea, she just simply turned to him and respectfully and just say to him, "Is there anything that your village needs? Like perhaps we could do something to help around. I hate being a guest who just sits around
You
and lounge on your
okay.
food and hospitality."
Roll for persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's not in this farmer's rights to tell you what he needs.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's 3.
All right. He didn't say a word.
Mm-hmm.
But he tells you straight off, no, it's not up to my decision, Kuronai-sama. It is up to the Lord's decision to see what is needed. Okay, well, you already rolled? Alright, now then. Kabuki Doji. The farmer, you heard what Kurunai said. The farmer's head is still bowed down. He did not dare to raise his head. He didn't even dare to answer Kurunai what he really needs. So Doji, to you?
Okay, so with this in mind, so he can't necessarily. Okay, so to put it into perspective, Doji can't. So he can't share what exactly it is that
At the very
he.
moment, Kurunai and Doji are guests here in this village, in this particular province of the Korean clan. So,
Okay.
so what Kurunai asked when you heard it, you don't have to roll for insight on this one. It's maybe unjust because Kurunai is still just a guest. So the farmer here doesn't know Kurunai very well as he knows Anjin Kakita.
Okay. I want to ask this farmer. Well, is there a way we can help you as Anjin suggested, whilst also keeping the laws of the land? Who would we have to speak to?
Okay. This one you need to roll for, again, persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay. Rolling persuasion with disadvantage.
All right. As a farmer, as a commoner, he couldn't answer what you actually asked him for. He's just a low class citizen as compared to the three of you. He dare not answer, but he said, "You need to bring this up with Kakita Daiso-sama." I would. And then after that, then lastly, Anjin Kakita, you heard what Kuronai and Doji said. The farmer, you know this farmer, you know this old man. He dare not speak up or even answer the both of Kuronai's and Kabuki's words. Now it's your turn.
Anjin would set down his teacup, get to his feet, and proceed to stand in front of the farmer for a moment and just. Then we'll go and speak with Lord Daiso.
Okay, you don't have to roll for persuasion. Then the farmer then didn't look up at you, Anjin. Then he said, "Is there anything else that you wish of me to do, Lord?"
Nothing at all. Just return to your farm and see that things are taken care of to the best of your ability.
Very well. He slowly moved back. He closed the door behind him. Then he walks off to tend to his oxen and the farm and the paddy field. Okay. Now, Anjin, again to you. Now it's right to left. He have sent the messenger pigeon back to Kamouri village. Depending on the speed and the constitution of the pigeon itself, it'll probably like reach maybe in a day or two, or maybe less. Now, you wanted to investigate the ancient ruins regarding these whispers of the dead, but you'll wait until reinforcements arrive. Okay, Anjin Kakita, to you again.
This farmer won't say anything to us because of our position. Both of you are guests here in this town, and I act as your emissary to Lord Daiso. If there's anything we wish to accomplish here, we would speak with him before proceeding out to deal with the rogue Shugenja we believe to be in the area.
We have to deal with that thing sooner or later. But depends on that person's intention. Perhaps it's beneficial to maybe capture him alive if the whole situation proceeded, carefully and nicely. I hate to kill an excellent Shugenja, but at the same time, sometimes life gives us no other choice but to defend ourselves.
Do you really believe somebody who conjures the dead to be able to be negotiated with?
If we are on the winning side, And him in ropes and in chains, these things tend to change anybody's mind.
But could you really trust them?
Trust but verify. His actions will prove his intentions. Otherwise, full-blown trust from the beginning? I don't think so.
And if that is your decision, I agree. I'm willing to give everyone a chance.
I mean, we're small and a very much minor clan. We're not big, we're not, famous for anything. If anything, we're practically one grain of rice in a sea where there are giants around us. We barely have 10 men to defend ourselves, so that should tell you how much of a desperate situation we're in if we get attacked. And I'm taking everything into consideration. Alliances, trade agreement, who to fight with and who to shake hands with, because these things eventually will come to bite me in the back. Every word I say, every action I take, it's all pre-calculated and predestined. Okay, I'll just shut up now.
Then I suppose we should follow your lead.
And I'm grateful for your help. What about you, Doji? You've been silent. What do you think?
I have been. I think a lot of things, but on what topic do you mean?
The Rogue Shugenja. Kill, capture, and, convert him, or... Yeah. Or what?
Oh, well, if you ask me, I would always allow someone else a chance. After all, if this Rogue Shugenja is misguided rather than actively malicious, we might be able to show him the error of his ways and bring him into our fold. This being said, of course, if he turns out to be not misguided and actually malicious, then we'll have no choice but to, well, as we used to say in the court, put down the rabid dog. You understand, don't you not?
Of course. If we have no other choice, then we'll find a way to dispose of him quickly, but I don't want that knowledge to be lost. Our Shugenja expert could use that much knowledge so that he can study it and find a way to counteract it. Because if somebody is able to control and summon the undead, that could create a problem. Undead warriors,
Yes.
they're practically a blight upon everything. Because you have an army who's not going to be running out of food, nor they will pack their things and leave just because the siege is getting too long. They could besiege us in our villa for eternity.
I understand your point.
Agreed.
And I do understand quite a bit about angering spirits by raising the dead.
Plus,
I still cling on to hope that he might just be misguided and not evil. But I understand that I will have to do what I have to do if it's necessary.
but don't forget about our dragon Busho. If he decides he needs to be put down, we have no other choice but to follow the order.
Then let us hope he sees reason and is willing to negotiate.
Agreed.
If we have nothing left to discuss, we should meet with Lord Daiso before heading out, if you truly wish to help the villagers of this
Okay. Let's get ready to leave then.
Yes.
Alright, okay. Then, after that conversation, the three of you decided to actually speak with Lord Dyson. As you actually were heading there. Meanwhile, at Kamouri village. Asho Togashi, Hitsumi Miromoto. You were having tea discussing on what needs to be done with the current village. Aranamai, though, of course, sat there sipping his tea slowly like a simple nobleman that he is. Then he looks at you, Hitsumi, and then to you, to Asho. He knows what needs to be done. And then he said, he thinks to himself, with Doji Kabuki gone and Kurunai gone, and I guess it's my turn to ensure that this village will grow and prosper like it is. And most of the farmers are now busy plucking out peaches and then tangerines for the emperor himself, during the trade, and also for give as gifts. Asai Susengagi speaks out and then turns to Aranama and said, I believe that we should actually discuss on certain matters, but I would like to hear what are the others thinking. But as Asai Susengagi was about to actually continue, you heard shouts and screams, but not shouts and screams of panic, of course, but the screams and shout of excitement as you hear children and people saying, hey, there's a trader, there's a trader coming along. Hey, the merchant is here, the merchant is here. They were actually screaming. Aranama, and they got up from his multi pillow to the kneeling position and got up. I believe they should actually pay this person a visit. It's not every day they will actually get a merchant coming to our village.
Yes, let's go.
Drag yourself, Miramoto.
All right. Okay. Asho Togashi, this is where you can. This is the thing that you rolled for. Okay, it's like the random encounter roll.
Oh, lovely.
So this is where you can go to your house, pick up the snake head, the dark naga, and see what you can do with it. Okay.
Sure. Which one's my house?
Anything.
someone.
Just choose any one of it.
Pick a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
All
gonna
right.
say pick the safest option and just pick the closest one.
All right. No matter. Okay. So you pick up the dark naga's head. You look at it.
Mhm.
It haven't decomposed yet, of course, because these are magical creatures. Dark nagas that with a tongue sticking out, his eyes closed. Then you quickly rush out towards the merchant. Then, okay. Now to
I
you,
am now
Hitsumi.
concerned why Ashley has 4 beds, but we'll just leave that alone for now.
Maybe you're sleeping together with other people. It's a small village, so most of the time
I was gonna say it's probably to do with his body, but
yeah, maybe so. You're actually taking the purple one here, but you're stretched out. Your tails and so on as you de-illusionize yourself.
Tails. How many tails do you have? I thought Naga only have one tail. You're not the nine
I have a new
tail
version.
Naga.
I was gonna say I'm a mixed version. My mother was a fox.
The nine-tailed
Okay.
Naga.
The nine-tailed naga.
All right. When you were rushing though to pick the item, Hitsumi, you were there. Aranamai and Asai, they were looking through the wares, looking at everything. But Hitsumi, you notice that he doesn't sell any weapons. He just sells normal trinkets, normal everyday items, and no armor, no weapons. And he's mostly just selling things like artisans' tools, like blacksmith tools, mostly tool items. And also, he's selling regular clothing, like artisans' clothing, noblemen's clothing, and many more. And then at the same time, he's also selling potions. At the back of his carriage, though, you can see that there's a small little cauldron, it's still boiling, and around his cauldron, though, you can see so many small little vials of potions, empty ones and multiple colored ones. And then after that, he actually got up from his horses and bowed. My name is Toby. I'm a traveling merchant and traveling alchemist. If you need anything, you can buy it from me. Aranamai actually asked him how much is each of this stuff. And then he's found some other things at some chests. Apparently, those are scrolls. Then he actually asked Toby, And then in my mind, actually, then Tobena said, "Oh, those are just magical scroll. So that if you want anything else, do look me up." And then okay, to Hitsumi, to you, what do you want to do with this merchant?
Hitsumi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you. Just trying to think. It's me. What? Yeah.
All right, the potions here, right? I'm taking from the SRD, and also I'm taking from my other books for the potions. But
Sure.
okay, he tells you though the potions varies in prices. Or like 50 boku to 100 boku, which is 50 gold pieces to 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
Yes. And then the scrolls are, of course, given to me by Shugenkas of across the land. The crane, the crab, the scorpions, the dragons, and many more, giving me each of these scrolls for me to actually, I buy, I trade, then I sell. Yep. So, okay, during this scene, right, do read the text given by Kuronai and Kakita Anjin, because at this very moment, only you guys can buy necessities at this very moment. Because this merchant is very random. There is a weapons merchant, an armor merchant, and this type of merchant, which sells scrolls, magical items, and tools.
Okay.
If you roll good, you may even see a selling magical weapons, even.
I'll pretty much ask, what are your trinkets that you have?
What are you looking for? Are you looking for something that will sharpen your blade? You carry multiple blades, and judging by your sash and you must be Dragon Clan Miromoto. You can buy these blacksmith and sharpening tools to increase the potential of your weapon, of course.
That sounds like a good thing. So I'll buy some of that from you.
All right. Okay. And after that, then he actually like show it to you. Then the price is the same though, but because the price is the same, you can haggle for it. You can roll for persuasion if you want to buy it.
Okay.
Okay. But just to tell you, it's like when you look at it, they're like, they tells you you can get all this. It's perfect. Then for this, of course, I can give for a good price.
You said a persuasion thing to lower.
Yep, you can.
Okay. I have my thing. Let's see. So let's. Seems a bit too high, but let's go 10 lower.
Then he looks at it. But this is already. I'm selling this to you at 10 boku, which is 10 gold pieces, of course.
Oh.
Yes.
And she'll pretty much after that, roll. Yeah, she'll buy. She'll give him 10 and happily thank the merchant.
Okay. All right. I'm okay. Because this is still a tutorial for all of you guys. All the tools here in this game, I'm homebrewing the rules and making it more like Baldur's Gate 3 in a way. And I've been doing this in my other D&D games also. And okay, let's just say for example, you buy a blacksmith kit. So you buy a blacksmith kit and you have 4 users. So 4 users, you roll for your tools, your blacksmith kits, and you increase the damage by +1. And then after that, if you buy a swords maintenance kit, your base attack bonus increased by +1, and you still have those 4 users. So each of these tools have users. So after you're done with the users, right, then after that day is done. Like, what does the Boyer's kit do? What does the calligraphy set do? So all these things, like ceremonial tea set, even it's like maybe it increase your attributes or increase your HP temporarily for that day itself. So all these things are
Increase
already
your
homebrewed.
intelligence.
Yeah. And then after that, I have already put them at my side notes, that what does each artisan's tool, what does a musical instrument do, what does a gaming set do, and so on. It gives you this additional bonus, because I don't want these items to feel useless in the game, because they should have gone back to the 3.5 or third edition rule, where each item does give benefits each use. So right now is, let's just say for example, right, you buy the blacksmith tool, and then after that you can sharpen your blade, giving it an edge +1 bonus until and then after that, and that's it. Then after you're done with it for that day, the bonus goes away. It have that after during your long rest kind of thing. So the damage is gone. Then you use it again, then the next long rest, then the damage is gone, and so on, as it withered away. So that's the thing. But the blacksmith is like looking at you and he say 10 gold pieces. He looks at you. But Asho, you heard Hitsumi trying to haggle. You look up at the merchant. The merchant known as, of course, Tobie. And then when he looks at you, you're holding that bag dripping with the dried blood, and he asks, "What are you holding there, young man?" He asks you.
A naga head.
Ah, a naga head. Do you want to trade a naga head? I could use the naga head to create special potions by using an alchemist tool.
Okay, out of character, I feel like trading it for everything in that, like, in his, like, cart, but I was like, that seems a bit too, like, profitable for us than him.
Provided
That's
you can
a
convince him.
cost. Yeah, you can convince him. You won't be able to buy everything, of course, with just a naga head. So naga heads, or every monster have items in them, and there's even an actual rule for this in D&D, which of course I will use only when you declare that I want to take out the heart, whatever, the blood, and so on. So okay, that one will go later on to the game. Okay, now is you show the naga head. He actually asks you, are you willing to trade for it? Because he can use his chemist kit. Okay, a chemist kit is also the same thing. Chemist kit, there are 4 users. When you buy a chemist kit, you can actually get some certain items to make potions of your own using your intelligence when you actually like create it. So when he look at it, he's asking, do you want to sell it or do you want to trade for it?
Asho Togashi, do you want to sell the naga head or what?
I'm thinking.
Hmm.
First off, he's gonna go. He's gonna ask, like, what would be the difference between selling it and trading it?
Okay. If you trade it, then you can choose up to a certain amount based on what you want to get. If you sell it, he will just give you the bokus, and that's it. Then that's it. Then you can use the money to buy whatever you want to buy.
How much would it be?
You open up the sack where you kept the dark naga's head. He look at it. Ah, the eye still intact, the tongue still there. For this, I'll give it to you for. Roll for your charisma.
I was about to roll for the wrong person. This is not gonna be good. 12.
Okay. Then it looks at you. For you, I'll give it for 50 boku.
50 gold piece, actually, very not bad.
50 koku.
That's almost 500 silver pieces.
Yeah,
Hmm.
500 zennies.
Mm-hmm. I would say take the money. The clan could use the money for later on.
Yeah, I would probably take the money because I was thinking, if my character did trading, how much would it just go up to the same amount of what it's worth?
Okay. This is just your charisma. When you roll for your charisma, right, he's looking at your very presence, your outlook. Meaning that if your charisma passed just now, he could have given you 55 koku or 60 koku. My kitten is making a noise next to me. And yeah, like this kitten of mine. So he could have given you more based on your charisma save. But now is your persuasion. You can persuade him to give you more. If you want to use your persuasion, of course. Which could be assisted by Hitsumi.
I was gonna say I was gonna roll for it, but I don't think I will.
All right. Okay. All right. Hitsumi. Okay. Let's go back to Hitsumi. Hitsumi, you heard that the old merchant is willing to give 50 koku to Asho just for the head. But you notice that Asho doesn't want to haggle more. Do you want to nudge him at the shoulder and say, hey, ask for more, or what do you want to do?
Well, yeah, I'll just I'll just be not do anything and think. No, I won't do anything.
All right, congratulations.
Okay.
I was just testing the both of you to see whether you go against your alignment, your clan, and so on. So I'm putting down here 100 XP for the whole party, okay? For you guys. All right, congratulations. Clap hand. Not greedy. But Asho, Hitsumi didn't say a word, but you gave the Dark Naga's head. Aranamai told you and said, hey, you should ask for more, Asho. Aranamai then speaks out. That is a Dark Naga. Expensive in terms of when it comes to alchemy and potions.
Okay, add a character. Who was the guy that was talking? Was it this guy? Oh, him. I'm like, dude, shut up.
Told you to shut up. Then just stay quiet. Then it's up to you. But you give the Dark Naga head. Okay, you can remove it from your items, and then you can put there in your possessions. Okay, 50 koku or 50 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
50 gold pieces is a lot of money for actually. Do you know 50 koku in this time is a lot of money? 50 koku can get you a lot of things. So now you better keep that. But Asai then said, maybe you should put that in the coffers for the village. But it's entirely up to you, Asho-sama. He bows his head. And then after that,
who said this?
then the merchant then asks, is there anything else that you want? If not, then I'll ride off to the next village. Okay, Hitsumi, to you, anything else?
No, I think I'll be good for now.
All right, okay, good. Asho, you?
Asho, do you want anything?
I'm thinking. I'll be like, how good are the clothing?
Okay, when you look at the clothing, oh, those are really beautiful clothing, of course, when you look at them. Okay, when you look at it, then he actually shows you the clothing. This is the resplendent regalia. Of course, I can tell you that as a bonus action, the wearer can get. Okay, he didn't say that. Okay, in order to know what shirt does, what does what clothing do. Okay, there's prices for this one. Okay, both of them actually varies. It's in page 188. I'm gonna grab a screenshot of this. I'm gonna put it in the chat so that you don't have to go to the book itself. Okay, I'm putting in the Rokugan chat. Take a quick look at it. Okay, Black Wolf.
Yep, we'll do.
Okay, all you guys can take a quick look, and you can suggest to Black Wolf if he wants to use the money to buy this outfit. You cannot wear this on top of your armor. Okay, this is a clothing that you walk around with.
Unless your armor is concealed armor, then
He
yes, you can wear
doesn't
it.
have armor.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yep. If it's concealed armor, you can use the clothing.
Yep.
But Asher doesn't have armor. I don't think he
Okay.
does.
Check it. Check your things. You're supposed to have a concealed.
Yeah.
armor.
Everybody start with armor during character creation, so you should
Yep.
have one.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we all
Let
have
me
armor.
see.
Mhm.
I'm just checking, but okay, I've got the book up. Well, I've got the PDF rather,
Mhm.
and
188. Viscount.
page 188.
My armor just leather armor, so
Okay, armor here we are. So
Yep. Just in case if Asho want to buy it for you, you can suggest it to him because he got 50 koku. There's a lot there, so
I
he
would
could actually
say,
buy two.
I would say
um,
keep the money for now. But if you want to buy something, buy the splendid regalia because you can use it outside of combat. I mean, it gives you an advantage on anything charisma. That'll be intimidation, performance, and persuasion checks.
I'm making more outfits for the game. My own homebrew outfit to add in different type of bonuses into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that's 4. I'm creating more.
so at this point in time, there's only this 4. Got it.
Yeah, that's my for this 4. Yep. I could actually look at my list right now, but I would just
Yeah,
want you to look at it right now. The 4
The
before I
way
tell you.
that I see it, the only thing that is good is like the regalia, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. You can get yourself a nice regalia if you want to.
yeah,
If it's not for you, you can get it for your companions. For sure.
How
Let's see.
much is that one? The regalia one?
I've just been looking at the armor rules. When the armor merchant comes, I'm thinking of getting concealed armor rather than silk.
Mm-hmm. Concealed armor basically lets you get away with, wearing it underneath your clothes. Thus, when they try to search you, they can visibly see you're not wearing any armor.
Most of this, like for example, London regalia or certified vestment, traveling clothes or unreadable garb. Like I could be saying something like traveling clothes or something, like wear advantage of constitution saving throw made to deal with the environment. Then I'll add another one. Wearing this also increase your charisma when speaking to people, and also constitution saving throws or certified investment like new ones. But all these things, I put them a standard price for this first 4, 25 gold piece.
Wait, all of them are 25?
Yep. They will increase in price later on for others as I will give them more bonuses. Because I want to make it much better in a way. Okay. Don't take too long to choose. If you don't want to, you can actually, there's nothing for me to see and skip. Then after I can go to the next scene.
I was gonna try and see if I could get the regalia for the whole group, but I was like, wait, that's gonna cost too much.
Yeah, I mean, for now, just save the money. The clan needs the money.
Yeah, I think I probably will save it up. Yeah, we'll save it.
Okay, now we have 50 koku.
50 koku.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Or as I remember it, 50 gold pieces.
Yeah. Koku is the Rokugan, the official name for it in L5R.
Yeah,
gold
but
pieces
the way that
is
I
our
would
standard.
remember it, just 50 gold pieces, that's all.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Okay. Now, after you're done, the merchant left, Aramai then left, then all of you then decided to actually discuss on certain political matters. And then, now, let's go back. So days passed though, after Asai and you were all actually waiting for Doji, Kabuki, and the others to actually return. And then it was here that suddenly, after those number of days, a farmer like rushed in, knocked on your door, banging on it. While Aranamai and Asai were discussing on certain important political matters and what needs to be done to the north, to the west, and maybe meet up with the Phoenix clan and also the Lion clan. Currently, the Lion clan has not paid a visit, and the Phoenix clan. You do hear reports that the bordering the borders itself that the Phoenix are just like looking into what your village is doing, as the current scouts are always checking on this. Because you guys have always been sending in scouts. You never fully declared that your scouts will always protect your hexers outside your borders. So your two hexers, the scouts will always be there. And then the moment of one of them, Takaharu, like bang, and then kneeled and said, Hitsumi-sama! Hitsumi-sama! We're under attack, Hitsumi-sama! Goblins! Goblins! The villagers are running her down for safety. But the goblins are coming in. They're stealing our chickens and stealing our oxes.
Go try to find safety. We'll deal with the goblin attack.
I'll follow you, Izumi-sama. And the others, they're already there, waiting. He speaks out. And Takahara, Mamaru, and then said, Kitakado, Funai, and Mori are already there, making sure that the villagers are safe.
Let's go and meet them.
Araramai picked up his weapon, his bow, and Asai and said, Hitsumi, lead the charge.
Hey,
I'll ensure the others will follow. Then after that, Asho, you followed the others. And then Hitsumi, you all actually rushed straight towards the farm, towards the north, to confront the goblin scavengers from stealing your crops, your food, and your oxen. What? Okay. Now, who wants to control Asai?
I'll control Asai.
All right, you take over Asai. Who wants to control Aranamai? Viscount, you or Zokan?
Which one was Aranamai?
This one over here.
Ah, okay.
Or do you want to control your followers? The four of them.
I think I'll control my followers.
All right, let me give you access. Doji Kabuki. All right, you have access to all four followers. The guards. Then Zokan, I believe Zokan will be controlling Aranamai.
Fair enough.
All right, okay. Simple. Okay, this will be simple combat. Now, roll for initiative.
Okay. So I'll be rolling on behalf of all of the. I've been given the guard stat block. Do I use that?
Yeah, the guard stat block.
Got
You
it.
have to open up their portraits one by one, though.
Okay. Let's see. Rolling for guard. Sorry, I just rolled
What the
without.
hell, Drew? How the hell did you get a nat 20?
Okay, so that's a GM roll. Sorry, I shouldn't. So let's see. Out of the four of them, let's see.
Because no matter what character I take, I'm always going first.
Okay, I'm sorry.
One for Okay.
All initiative rolled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All initiatives are rolled.
All right then. Okay. Aranamai, you saw the goblins in the distance. You count them. Daring enough to even steal your crops, steal your chickens, steal your peaches and your apples. How dare they? These dark creatures of the north that stays in the village, the abandoned village across the river. Kurunai's words to go against them was not heard of, but now you actually agreed that the goblins should be disposed of. But how? Iranamai, oh Zokan. But when you look at these goblins though, they are not wearing anti-armor at all, just simple rags across their loins and their chest, simple makeshift short bows, and then simple small taken wakizashis, perhaps from the dead, you think to yourself. But goblins are easily scared because their leaders, the hobgoblins, are not here to lead them. But these are just merely scavengers. But they will fight if they have to. Okay, Aranamai, what do you want to do?
I'm going to head into combat. These things are definitely not welcome in my land.
Alright, move up to your speed. You can use your bow.
There we go.
Okay, who do you target? Your bow have a very short distance.
Actually going to move into shadow.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can use my Sting of the Night ability. And I'm not in direct or magical sunlight. I get to roll an extra d4 of damage. So I will target the closest one that I can see within range.
What's your range?
It should be in range. The bow should be in range.
Let's say bow, longbow.
Okay, this building is disturbing this one, so you're unable to hit this.
You
The only
can
one
hit-
you can see is 1, 2,
That
3, 4.
Oh,
Let's say.
which one? Can you ping?
I already pinged.
No,
Right there.
him. I don't see your. Oh, okay, this one. Okay, yep. You should be within
Alright.
range.
Yep. And I'm going to use my longbow and see what happens.
It's a hit.
Alright, roll damage.
Click the word longbow in the chat.
The goblin was picking up the chicken and about to run away. Could he get stuck on his chest? Great.
Don't
And
forget
drop
to
the
roll
chicken.
the extra. Yeah, I was gonna say. That'll be totaling 9 damage.
And he dies after being struck on the chest, dropping the chicken on the floor.
So then as Iranamai moves quickly into the shadow, he draws his longbow from his back, notches an arrow, and lets it fly, nailing the goblin square between its eyes.
It falls dead. The chicken runs away. Now, Kita Kado, your turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to. Okay, Kitakaro. Kitakaro is going to. Yep, he's going to go up into range so that he can hit them with his bow, and he's going to yell. He's going to yell. You three lead the charge. We'll stay behind and aid you from afar. It's not cowardice if it means you stay alive.
Yep.
Okay, rephrasing that, it's not necessarily cowardice. It's knowing that you are not as strong that they are not as strong as the others, and if a direct assault is launched on the 5 back here, they're going to fall much more quickly than these 3. So these were so it's more a tactical case. So he's going to come up. Okay, there's 4 of them. 5, sorry.
Right now there
Five of them.
is 1, 2. There is now 4. 4 left. 1 dead.
4 left.
Yep. You can
Okay.
hit. You can hit this one. You can try this one over here. But sadly, the other 2 are obscured by the house, so you don't
Yep.
see them.
Okay.
You might as well just attack this one since you're on a straight line and no obstacles between you and him.
Yes.
This one is
take the
trying to
on-
drag a sheep. Trying to drag a sheep away, man.
Okay, I'll take the one on the far left.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if this hits. Longbow. Here. A 15 to hit.
Yep, it's a hit.
Okay, and only 3 piercing damage.
All right. He got struck on the shoulder, still alive, trying to drag the sheep, speaking in his own dark Rokugan language. We're able to hear though due to the distance. Okay, now Togashi Asho. New. Okay, I think I need to remove this new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait, how come I can't see the new? But here it's shown new. Okay. Okay, Togashi, what do you want to do?
I'm just looking at my weapons.
You should have a longbow, and the word should.
I don't have a longbow.
Hunter's bow.
No.
Oh, you
What?
should have bought. No, you couldn't have bought it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should visit the blacksmith. I suggest you should visit the blacksmith before you ride down south to meet Kuronai. You would really need a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
In that case, just advance in terms of melee and see if you can taunt,
Yeah,
the
that's-
goblins to attack you. That way they can get closer.
Intimidate them, yeah. Intimidate, persuade them. I don't know, up to you. But already too late though.
Yeah.
The first arrow has been struck. They would not talk.
Okay, shoot.
See if you can taunt them into coming closer.
Intimidate.
I would have turned. Pardon?
If you want to listen to Aizen, intimidate them to come closer. Then you roll for intimidate. Versus their insight, which is damn low, of course. All right. You look at all the goblins. What do you tell them?
Come get me, you bastards.
All right.
I
Okay.
wanna
It's not their
see,
turn.
I wanna see this Aussie samurai now saying, "Come get me, you bastard!"
Yeah, Aussie samurai. All right. Okay, Takahara Mamoru, your turn.
Did we make it that he's an
yeah.
Aussie somehow?
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
Takahara Mamoru.
did they roll for their insight on his intimidation?
Yeah, but it's not their turn yet. That's why I want
Oh,
Takahara
yeah,
Mamoru
yeah,
to
yeah.
move first.
Yeah, Takahara
okay,
Mamoru.
so I can go here. I'll go here.
Mhm.
So moving 25 feet here.
Longbow on the
And-
same guy on the far left.
Yeah, Mamoru says to Kaido, "I'll finish him off." Okay, 95 feet of range. Is that enough?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
the bow is 150.
Yep.
What's your
Takahara
short
Mamoru,
range? What's your short range and long range of your short bow?
150, 600.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely in range. Roll to
Okay.
hit.
Rolling to hit. A 9 to
nope.
hit.
Oh, if it hits, it will die. 9? No, it doesn't hit.
Okay.
Takahara, you're trying to avoid to hit the sheep. Meh.
Yeah. Takahara. It look from what I can see, Takahara Mamoru seems to be a bit younger and less confident in his own abilities.
Yes. But now it's Goblin's turn. Okay, Asho, when you told them in your Naga Australian accent, "Come at me, you bastard." So they came down. So let's assume Nagas here all speak in Australian accents.
Come get me, you bastard! A soft-spoken samurai.
Map
Alright,
me your
this
bastards.
This goblin looks at you, Asho, then he shoots at you with its short bow. Okay. 18.
Let's make shit.
7.
Yeah, that's. God damn it, you bastard!
They came down, like they speak to you, like then they took their bow and start shooting. And Barb struck you.
I
It hits.
would have been. I would have loved my character could just start speaking their language. Just get calling them a bastard.
Alright, Hitsumi. Asho Togashi rush up, points at all the goblins and tell them, come get me, bastard! And he goes struck on the chest for an arrow after that. Okay, now it's your turn.
And I'll move my 30 feet. And I'll go and move 30 feet up. Angle slightly. Slight. No. Yep. No.
Right. Can you direct your character from using your tablet?
Yeah. Like, is
All right.
here. And I'll use the hunting bow on the one that's still a little bit further away on the.
Yep, the far left one, the one trying to steal away the sheep.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Oh man, that's a hit.
Yep.
And let's see what. And
Oh, it's that.
7.
Okay, declare your Mortal Kombat move. What happens to the goblin?
Well, it's trying to go away. Take the sheep away. I let go of the arrow right in its eye. Shoot it right into its eye.
Okay.
And they feel that the whole time too.
Alright, you shot it, and he falls down dead, dropping the sheep, and the sheep runs away towards the jungle. Now it's Goblin D. Goblin D, again, because of Asho, it rushes down.
Come at me, you bastards!
Then it picks up its short bow from his back and shoots at you, Asho, and misses. Now it's Goblin B. Goblin B is dead, removing. Goblin C is dead, removing. Okay, Mori Daisetsu, your turn.
You mean? Oh yeah, this guy. My bad.
Daisetsu.
Huh?
Daisetsu's going to move up.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's not it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just for 5 minutes.
Alright.
No problem, but we are excused. Okay. Okay. Mori Daisetsu is going to move here and shoot at this goblin with his longbow. Let's see if this works. No, that doesn't work. I would not assume that would work.
No. Even if they remove their armor, their armor and look at you, hit me now, hit me. No, it won't be able to hit. Okay. Now it's Asai. Okay. Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna roll for Asai. Maybe Asai is a bit like, I don't wanna fight. I'm just gonna stay next to Aranamai and that's it.
Ah. Yeah.
Okay, now Goblin E. Goblin E is moving down. Also, because of Asho, he's going to be... shooting at Asho with his short bow. And misses. Now it's Funai. Last one. Last NPC.
Okay.
Funai.
Unai is going to move here. He's going to move here and say, "Don't worry, Daisetsu, I have this one." And he's going to shoot at this one with his longbow. How am I I doing so badly on the rolls today?
Maybe because Doji is not with them. This is where probably you need to roleplay. It's like because maybe their morale dropped because Doji Kabuki is not with them.
Yeah.
Simpler,
I
even
th-
explanation is first real combat.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kyohisa is going to say, this would be so much easier if we had Kabuki's leadership.
And then after that, now round 2. Okay. Gilgon. Aranamai, your turn.
This guy.
Okay, Aranamai. They're all charging at Asho. After what Asho told them, it must have stirred some hatred from these goblins to this young samurai Asho.
Well done.
Gilgon.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I will see that they are dispatched forthwith. And I'm going to once again use my longbow to target the far left goblin.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
That's it.
Alright.
Not bad.
5.
Plus an additional.
Isn't that extra damage on top of this?
Yep. His extra damage since
yeah.
he's in stealth, that makes it 9.
Dead. Okay, declare your Mortal Kombat death move.
So once again, Aranamai draws an arrow from his quiver, and as the goblin is making its way down the stretch, he leads the shot just a little bit and strikes the arrow loose from his bow, piercing it from ear to ear.
And he falls down dead. Face first on the road. Now, Kita Kado, your turn.
Now you can attack this one or the one next to him. Doji.
Yes.
Maybe muted.
You're muted. Now you can
Oh.
attack either these 2 remaining goblins, because only 2 of them are left.
Okay. Only 2 of them are left.
Mm-hmm.
Kita is going to aim for the closest one
Mm-hmm.
with his longbow, and he's going to fire.
Alright, roll to hit.
Finally, a good roll.
Hit. 5. You struck at it. It screams. Holding a chicken on his left hand. Then try to drop it and pick up the longbow. Now, Togashi Asho, your turn. This one got struck by Kita Kado.
You can move 30 feet, or if you have like extra movement, then yeah, you can move extra. If you
I
have
was just gonna intimidate them again.
They already intimidated.
I was gonna taunt them again, like get the hell over here, you bastard.
You can move. You can move here. Use your chain sickle. Remember, your chain sickle has reach.
Yes.
So move here to where the 35 feet is. Yep. Now you can use your chain sickle against the closest.
Yep, this one. The chain sickle.
Mhm.
10 is a hit.
Yep. Okay. Do the damage, but this one needs to make a strength saving throw against being.
I want to see the damage
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Remember,
I'm gonna quickly do
Kita
something.
already did 5 damage. Okay, so
Click the word chain sickle in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
get over here. Merciless strike +4 again.
Yeah.
Okay, declare your death move. I think this goblin is really dead.
In order for merciless strike to happen, this guy has to suffer a negative condition. Restrained, blinded, or anything.
Okay, 4.
Yeah, full.
Alright, it's dead anyway. 5 + 4 is 9. So these
Yep.
goblins only have 6. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, declare your move, your killing move, Asho. What happens?
Asher is gonna be like, night, bastard, and then pulls back his chain from like the goblin's neck.
And shoot, you slice off his neck. Head
I slice off his head, so yes.
Yeah, the head rolls down on the. And okay, now Takahara Mamoru, your turn.
Only one goblin remaining. Mamoru should like move to at least here, 30 feet, then fire his bow.
No, no need. He can even stay where he is.
Oh
and
yeah,
shoot.
yeah, true.
Yeah. On very long distance, he can hit reach. Is Viscount?
Viscount.
Oh, yes.
Takahara
Yes.
Mamoru.
Takahara.
Oh, of course. Okay. So, Takahara is going to say, good shooting, Karo. Good shooting, Karo-san. Now let me take this one. And Mamoru is going to shoot at the one remaining goblin with his longbow. 13,
Hits.
13, that hits,
Mm-hmm.
and 6 piercing damage.
Alright. Okay. You take your bow. Then you shoot. Pop! Then it's still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Still standing.
And-
Mamoru-san is probably going to be in a little bit of shock that he actually managed to hit the goblin.
Yes. The young Takahara Mamoru like managed to hit. That's where Kita actually look at him like, good shot, Mamoru. Now, Hitsumi, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Probably move up, probably over here, and then use my hunting bow on the last one.
Yep.
Alright, roll to hit.
Straight line attack.
Oh, you miss.
Darn.
You miss. Then the goblin actually rushes towards Asho and attacks Asho with its very rusty Wakazashi. And Asho, you
bastard!
saw it coming. You saw it coming, but you blocked with the hilt of your weapon. It
You
didn't manage
goddamn
to hit.
bastard! Leave me alone.
Are you French?
Now you're Irish?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you now you're an Irish samurai? Okay. Now Mori Daisetsu. Discount your turn.
Okay.
No,
Daisetsu-san.
I think I'll go with that guy's voice for that one. Sounds better.
Daisetsu is going to.
Okay. Because Asho and the goblin is engaged in melee combat, giving the goblin a +1 to his armor class.
Okay. I'm going to move. Whoever keeps putting lines there.
That's me actually. So I can help you if it's like 30 feet or anything.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll move. I'll be moving over here, and yep, I can reach that. He's going to shoot with his longbow at 40 feet of range. It should be relatively easier.
Mhm.
So,
Oh,
Nope.
missed. Now is Asai.
Okay, finally, Asai's turn. He will move about 30 feet, slightly behind here, and attack the goblin with his longbow. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay.
That's a hit.
Yep.
Okay. Declare your death move because you only have 1 HP.
Yep. He basically like comes to this location, aims, and when he fires at the goblin, it enters from one eye and exits through the other one, hitting like the wall here with the goblin's eye in tow.
Then the goblin falls down and then dies. While Asho was engaged in melee combat against it, then Asho suddenly, as you're about to strike, puke, an arrow go through his eyes to turn that Asai Asekage was actually pointing the longbow at the goblin. Then combat ends. And that's it. Now, looking at the situation, the sheep, the chickens, the oxes, they're all safe. But the goblins, they all perish. and
I'll be
die.
back, but I'm just gonna say, Ashu takes the goblin head that he got.
You got
Okay.
5 heads, so you can actually take all of 5 of them.
You know what? Yes. Ashu is just gonna take all the goblins' body parts.
Okay.
He's collecting.
Okay,
For
you're collecting the
alchemical
head.
purposes, correct?
Well, okay. Goblins are not to say that you can sell them, but for alchemy, but if it depends on the merchant, you can actually sell them for alchemy purposes. You can even use a chemist tool to even doing all these things. But you need when you need a certain like place for you to do it, like a simple blacksmith area, which of course you have already. Okay, you do that, of course, very simple. Okay, Asho Togashi, you take your time to chop off their head. Now I'm going to go to left to right. Okay, Kurunai, which is controlling Asai. Okay, you can roleplay Asai for a while. What do you want to do?
Asai basically like puts back his bow and he basically he says this. Our lady was correct. The blight of the goblins has hit us. There could be more attacks in the future. We have to be vigilant and station scouts along our borders with that area where the goblins are. We have to be ready for future attacks. We got lucky today, but who knows in the future? Until our lady return, we
Okay.
have to be vigilant.
Okay, this is where you probably need to tell. This is where Hitsumi and Asho, you heard that, so you need to actually most likely look for Doji, Kurunai, and Anjin same time. Now, Hitsumi, you heard what Asai said. Okay, what do you want to do?
Okay.
Hitsumi, turn.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to do, Hitsumi?
And first off, I'll acknowledge, what Asai, said, and say, hi, and this would be a very good decision just to be on the safe side, so this doesn't happen again. We'll make sure that Kuronai, Doji, and everyone else knows this too. So
Alright, okay. You heard that. And now, okay, Asho, Togashi, you're still cutting heads. Okay, Doji, Kabuki, you're controlling all 4 NPCs. Okay, up to you if you want to role play one by one, or you can just skip. Up to you.
Okay.
Scout.
So now that everything's okay, they're going to regroup back on the path. Oh no, I want this selecting. So they will regroup. So they're going to regroup. They're going to discuss. It takes about a minute, but they finally come to a conclusion on what they do next, which is round up any livestock that may have escaped and make sure they're still safe.
Alright, okay.
If there's
you do
any
that.
sign of danger, so I personally forget the word, but avoid it. That's it. The word. Avoid it and head back to the village if there's any sign of danger. Avoid it and report it.
Alright, okay, you report it. Yeah, as I asked for scouts, okay. You can actually send 2. You can actually send 2 of them. Scouting is actually a wisdom modifier. You can actually roll for their wisdom for survival. Okay, the survival is based on their stats. Actually, they do have stats, but I just rather make them into NPCs for the time being. Until they actually
Okay.
level up, then there will be individual different NPCs moving forward. Okay, you can still
So-
roll for them to do the scouting.
Okay. So the 4. So Funai and Mamoru will stay behind. Daisetsu and Kado will be scouting to see if they can find any sheep or chickens or whatever that have gotten away. So rolling 2 survival checks.
All right.
1. Oh my goodness! How did this happen?
Because Kabuki is not there.
Is it a gnat?
Mo is like, why is Kabuki-sama not here? It's like my morale is low, and so on.
Oh, nat 1.
Something like that. Okay, but yeah, they go scouting. But yeah, things will happen to. Okay, please scout. Can you move 2 of their tokens further to the north?
Okay, further to
Yeah,
the north.
I want to see who. I want to see 2 of their tokens further to the north. The 2 people that you sent. Okay. this is behind the scenes event when they go scouting towards the Goblin village. Okay, they are most likely gonna get captured for these two NPCs by the goblins. So that will be the Goblin Slayer campaign. Okay, now lastly is going to be Anjin Kakita or Zokan, Aranamai. Okay, after holding your bow, looking left and right, the goblins, these scavengers were trying to steal the food. They're trying to steal the rice. Zokan and then Asho in the distance, you can see him chopping off goblin heads. Okay, Aranamai, what do you want to do?
Quick question about Aramai, or Iranamai. Does everybody know he is actually?
Naga? No, they don't know that. The
Very
only one,
well.
yeah, the only one who
I mean,
basically
the only people that do know is Ashu and uh Hitsumi. I
Hitsumi.
think that Hitsumi. There we go.
Yeah, Hitsumi.
My brain. Okay.
No, you're fine. All right then. After watching Asho, begin to dissect the goblins that we all defeated, Aranamai would simply see to looking to probably acquire a cart to make sure that the bodies are transported back far more easily than carrying them individually.
Okay, that will be easily done. You told Asai to acquire a cart at the village, and Asai did the same. He listened to you, Aranamai, and then he quickly rushed towards the village to look for a cart. Then while Asho was busy cutting the heads, you put the bodies so they carted away. Maybe for a proper burial. Maybe they need to be burned. These are the creatures of the Shadowlands. And being too close to your village is very dangerous. And
Have no burial. I'm just gonna use the bodies.
okay, moving forward, okay, Asho, are you gonna be a chemist? Are you gonna be making potions based on their
No,
remains?
I'm just gonna use their remains as my for my tattoos. I'm gonna use like blood and that to make tattoos.
Okay, I think you should make a house out from the village so that the people do not get unrest based on your actions. Because the villagers, the villagers, they're not going to be like, whoa, what is this guy doing? So you have to be careful of that. So you have to make sure that you have a place
I mean,
outside.
I could also make it where I can do potions as well. So
Yeah, because goblin, when they decompose, right, they let out a very foul smell. So
also you could technically draw the goblins. No need for their heads. That saves you even more. Just draw them. Remember how they look like and draw them. Boom, you have your tattoo.
and many more. But okay, I'll let you keep the bodies, but your house have to be slightly further from the village so that you can actually experiment on them. All these dark things that you're doing.
Ashu has just moved houses because Hitsumi is like, hey, I don't think it's a good idea where you live right now.
Not too far though, your house. Let's just assume it's actually just like maybe like a mile away from your current village. And so it's easy for people to just come over and pay a visit and you to come back, you know. So the villagers, they know you fought goblins, but they're just not happy if you're gonna be living next door to them while you're keeping these bodies, you know. Otherwise, later on, you need to Kurunai need to role play with you, Hitsumi need to ask you why, Doji Kabuki need to ask you why, and Anjin Kakita will need to ask the others why you're like this. You know, it's a good role play opportunity. And it's a good storyline if you want to pursue being a chemist. If you want to, because you're a cleric, you follow
Yeah.
the moon god, and this way maybe you can make some potent potions for them, and so on.
I want to do the thing where, because I want to kind of make my character where it's a goblin slayer, but he's like a chemist as well.
Yeah, a goblin slayer that kills goblins and using their body for
Chemist.
chemistry. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
So after that,
yeah, the the goblin chemist.
yes.
It's the
Okay.
chemist goblin slayer. I mean, slayer. I mean, chemist.
Okay, days after that, though, after the goblins attack, and Asai actually reported and said that the scouts have not returned after those 4 days. And during this time, though, I don't want to. Okay, during this time, Hitsumi and Asho, to show maybe they're taking their time. Maybe they're taking their time. They haven't come back yet during that after the event 4 days later. But after a while, though, a messenger arrived at the door, bringing a pigeon, and the pigeon have a letter on it. And then after that, he passed the letter to you, Hitsumi. And then he said, "I believe this letter is addressed to you, Hitsumi-sama." He speaks out. Then you open up that small parchment and you see. Okay, I would assume maybe Doji or Kurunai wrote the letter, asking them to come down and ride down south to the village.
Assume basically Doji the one who wrote it down.
All right. Okay, Doji, if you wrote it, right, just wing it what you wrote to Hitsumi, asking Hitsumi and Asho to ride down to the village of Kasamora for assistance urgently. Okay, how would you write this down in your words? You're now monologuing this to Hitsumi.
Okay. Hitsumi Domo, I hope this message finds you well. We are currently at an impasse. The village is being, well, let us say assaulted, in a way, by a rogue Shugenja who is raising spirits of the dead. This is an urgent matter, and I assume one that would demand your expertise. All of your expertises, in fact. I hope that you can... Sorry. Obviously my words would be a lot... Obviously what he's writing would be deliberated on, and what I'm saying is not. So he said... go back to say... I believe between you and Irenai and Asho, this calls upon your fields of expertise. I hope you can find it in your very busy governing schedules to come and aid us on this matter. It will help us gain new allies and prevent untold destructions. So I can only hope that you can find it in you to do this. Arigatou gozaimasu, Doji Kabuki. And it's sealed with the seal of the... Well, funnily enough, he still uses the seal of the Doji family rather than the Kamouri family. But that's how you know it's him.
Alright, Hitsumi, when you read that letter, you could have sworn you can hear Doji Kabuki's voice next to you, telling you, in his own words, that he need your help. As you read that, Hitsumi, you turn to Asho. Okay, now you need to tell Iramai that he need to handle the village together with Asai. And now you need to tell Asho to take the fastest horses that you have currently in your stables and ride down. Okay, roleplay with Asho.
Yeah, and Kuronai and Joji and everybody else, we need to go to a new village that they are having what Kabuki said in this, at a impasse and fighting off another rogue. What was it?
Shugenja.
A Shugenja, and it doesn't sound good, so we need to hurry up and find the fastest horses that we have and head over there and help them out.
Alright, let's go.
Right. And you head straight towards the nearest stables, Asho and Hitsumi, and pick up the fastest horses you can get.
I was gonna say Usher just whistles and like his horse comes to him.
Right. Okay. Okay, Asho, your house is no longer here already, so you move out. So I will create that special house once the whole quest finish. Okay, there will be like 3 episodes later. All right. Meanwhile, okay, at Kasamora village, I'm gonna drag the three of you guys here.
Wait, where did you? Oh yeah, correct.
Okay. Days pass already. And then Anjin Kakita, you're there discussing matters with Kakita Daiso. And then Kakita Daiso listen to all the concerns. The villagers has been coming over, concerned. One of the villagers at first, after this number of days, 4 days later after that messenger pigeon was sent, one particular villager walks in, knocks on the door, and said, and he bowed, Kakita Daiso-sama, our crops, there's something wrong with our crops. He points at the crops, he shows the crops to Kakita Daiso. And then Kurunai, Anjin Kakita, and Kabuki Doji, when you look at the crop though, it's withered. The crop itself, usually crops, right? They're always greening in color and yellowish or brown to indicate they're already fertile and already meant to be cut and the rice to be taken. But this one apparently is black in color, like this color of decay, where he showed it. And then the farmer, they said, the rice seller, the man, of course, but to you, Anjin, Maka Arata, he is the man that spread rumors about you, Anjin. Spreading rumors that you're a bastard child of a gaijin. And then, not to be trusted. But he didn't look your way, of course, Anjin Kakita. He was just telling Daiso, we need to look into this matter, Daiso-sama. Maka Arata speaks out. Our crops are dying. We are unable to actually get the harvest and send our harvest to our emperor. And then Daiso-sama's face, his facial expression changed. The three of you can see this. Don't need to roll for insight. He's unsure what to do. Then the daughter, Risiko, that speaks out. She's the one that speaks and said, manage the crops as you see fit, Maka. Making sure that the farmers look into the crops. We will see into this. And then after that, she sighs and then looks at you, Anjin. Okay, moving from right to left. Okay, Anjin Kakita, what do you want to do?
Ignore Maka's rantings and ravings, just basically keeping my face as stoic as possible as Risiko speaks. Lord Daiso, the farmers have already come to us seeking aid. We ask permission that once we are finished tracking down this Rogue Shugenja, we offer our assistance, as Lady Koronai and I have already spoken on the matter.
Daiso then turns to look at Kabuki. Okay, I'm still moving right to left. Okay, Kabuki Doji, you saw what happened. The crops dying, dark in color. You're unsure what is this though. But until you're done, until Corona done, then I let you guys roll for a skill. Okay, now Doji Kabuki, what do you want to do?
Okay. I will turn and say to Maka, how long ago, when did you realize these crops were black and withered?
Yes. Just today. A few days ago it was ripe for harvest. And then now it is not. It's dead. We cannot take this rice. Look at this. It points he passes you the rice. And then you look at the rice itself. You're shocked to see that they are like a certain type of worm like inside the rice. But though the worm itself, like you're currently unsure, like what is this? Roll 4. Okay, only you, Doji. Roll 4 your nature check.
Nature. Okay. That's a 3. I take it that does not succeed in the slightest.
No, you have no idea. What is this? What is this thing that's eating at the rice?
I'll be back.
Okay, but it doesn't mean that you cannot get assistance from Anjin Kakita and Kurunai. You can actually
Okay.
point it at them.
I'm going to show this worm-like thing to the other two, to Kurenai and Anjin, and ask, this creature was found within the rice. Would you happen to know what it was?
Let me actually try my nature check.
Yep, Anjin can also roll for it. Nature. Ah,
Ooh.
all right, okay. Maybe with this reason that you're a shinobi, Usugi Kurenai.
Mhm.
The moment you look at that particular worm, this worm can only like mean thing is caused by magic.
Mm.
But now, Kurenai, roll for your Arcana.
Normal?
Normal.
Ooh.
All right. This can only mean one thing. It was actually cast by a mark of desecration. A mark of desecration. You think this is in your head, though. You look at it, you know what the worm is this. This is the worm only conjured up by magic, a creature of the Shadowlands, and a spell being used, a mark of desecration, a spell that no other Shugenja would even dare use, unless, of course, they are dwelling in dark arts.
Mm-hmm.
The words of Fu Leng, the magic of the Shadowlands, the mark of desecration.
I know what to say. She basically like walks up to him, grab the worm, walks over to the flames, and after like carefully examining it, she basically throw it into the flame and says, that thing is a leftover from the mark of desecration. Looks like our conjurer is accelerating things because this thing comes in when the land is heavily corrupted by Shugenja magic. And looks like our evil conjurer of the dead is accelerating. This thing is only the beginning. If he's allowed to keep his, summoning rituals, the whole land will be corrupted and this thing will be the least of your problems. Creatures of the Shadowland will start pouring into this land since they thrive in it. We have to accelerate our intervention. The more time we take, the more time, it gets worse and worse by the day. Withering crops is going to be the least of this village's problems. So
this Rogue Shugenja is more Mahotsukai than anything.
We have to, intervene as soon as possible. This thing is only the beginning. Right now, the only thing we can do is remedy this by removing them from, where we find them. But we have to, intervene now or done for.
Then Maka Arata then interrupted. Maka Arata interrupted you, Anjin. Like, he, as a farmer, he didn't need respect at first. Then he said, then we must make sure that our rice should be looked into. We cannot have this thing running around, otherwise we won't have enough. We won't have enough for the coming winter.
Based on my Arcana of 18, I should know how to dispose of them safely.
The only way you can dispose of them, quote quote, by your shinobi way, is to dispose of the source of it, the caster. But because you're not a spellcaster, you don't know how other than to destroy the source, which is the caster itself.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. I just look into both Doji and Anjin, and I say to them, the only way we can dispose of these things is by handling, the caster. So we've waited here too long. I don't want to say this, but we may have to do this thing all on our own. What say you?
If we truly have no more time left, then we'll do it.
But as you suddenly got up from the pillow, telling Daiso Kakita-sama that you need to do it, Daiso Kakita, even in his confused state, Then he raised his hand. Wait, do you hear that? Then you hear footsteps like rushing in. Then a young boy pushes Arata away and said, Daiso-sama! Daiso-sama! Yujiro Arata like speaks out. Then Risiko speaks out. Boy, show respect. Bow. Then Yujiro bowed. Gomenasai. Sorry. Riders. Daiso-sama. Riders coming in. How many? Two riders. Daiso-sama. Then Arata Makan said, we should intercept these 2 riders, Daiso-sama. Could be bandits. Could be attackers. Then, after that, Risiko then speaks out. Are they carrying what? Are they carrying anything? Yujiro. Yujiro then speaks out. I saw them from the cliff. They're a woman with green hair and a young man with short black with katanas. The one with the green carrying 2 katanas.
That would be
Okay. Kuronai and Doji roll. Okay, and Anjin roll for insight.
Okay.
Rolling inside.
I was gonna say Asher still has a goblin head for some reason.
Oh my god.
He's just holding it.
Kuronai and Doji is like enemies. Okay, all right. Okay, it's just DC 5. Okay, it's just DC 5. Doji, you know who they are. But to
Okay.
Kuronai, enemies, bandits. Okay, but Anjin, you have been in Kamouri village for quite some time. The moment you heard a 2-blade girl with green hair, you know who it is. You know immediately who it is. But you see Kuronai like very agitated, getting up from the couch, getting up from the pillow. He like wanna turning to Daiso-sama, wanted to say something and be under alert. But Anjin, to you first.
Then
Okay,
as
okay.
hear
I want to
the
make it.
screaming-
Let's make it more fun. Okay, I want to go to Kuronai first. Okay, Kuronai, roll for your based on this insight 4. I want you to role play first. Then Anjin will clear the air.
Okay. I just say this to Daiso. There could be enemies, so it's better to be, to be safe than sorry. I have some armed men. Receive them at the village gate and inquire what are they doing here.
Then
And I did say
Daiso-sama,
the
the
word,
guards
yeah.
will be
Oh.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
I will prepare the guards. Risiko, get the spearmen and the archers ready. We might never know. Okay, now it's Doji, your turn.
Okay.
Green-haired girl, a young boy with short hair.
Of course. I'm going to say to Kurenai, Kurenai domo, calm down. It is merely Mirumoto-sama and Togashi-sama. They have received my message and they have arrived.
Oh, you just see like breathe a sigh of relief as
No. You don't
Oh.
breathe a sigh of relief. You're still unsure because Doji is like still like okay, it could be those 2. But okay, now Anjin, now is your turn. After heard what Doji said, and you need to assure Kuronai.
He'd get up from his pillow and kind of put a hand on Kurenai's shoulder. Lady Kurenai, perhaps we've been away from Kamouri village for far too long. Have you really forgotten the other retainers besides myself and Doji?
Oh, I'm just a bit agitated into this whole matter myself that I just feel uneasy.
It's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Come now, let's go and greet our friends. With your permission, Lord Daiso, we will meet them at the gate.
Okay, to I said, greet them at the gate, Anjin-sama, and bring them to me.
Very
Arata
well.
Yujiro, head towards the gate. And you, Arata Maka, please make sure that the rest of the rice, make sure to actually segregate them from the good and the bad. Then Arata walks over towards the rice shop to ensure the rice is done. Yujiro rushes straight towards the gate to greet the 2 travelers.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep, we can then drag ourselves to the main gate. I just like bow
Yep.
and head to the main gate of the village.
Okay, and I will also rise from the pillow, bow to Kakita Daiso, thank him for allowing me into his company, and respectfully leave to meet
Yep.
with the
Don't forget the horses.
I will not forget the horses.
Okay, you don't have to bring the horses because they're just coming here anyway. So you can leave the horses at the stables.
Oh, okay. I thought like we're gonna like
Yeah.
meet them and then leave from there to the evil Shugenja thing.
No. You hear what Daiso Sama said to Anjin? Just wait for them at the front gate and then bring them to actually see him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then Yujira Arotore pointing out as you see the two riders galloping on the road further towards the east coming down. And then in the distance, Hitsumi and Asho, you can actually see Kurunai, Kabuki, and Anjin waiting at one of the village for you actually ride down slowly. Then you gallop.
I'm just gonna say, does Usher know Ashton
Anjin.
or
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
met,
do.
character?
you met him.
You do.
Okay.
During the previous session. You do.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hitsumi, you're surprised to see such a beautiful village. Farmlands filled with paddy fields. And even fruits across the farms itself, spread out. Then you see a young boy, like shaven head, looking at you and said, Traveler, traveler. I said, wow, you're very pretty. Prettier than her, she points at Kurunai.
That is quite flattering there, young man. But I think that it wouldn't be wise to insinuate insult the beauty of our own Lord.
Arata Yujiro standing there looking up at you, Izumi. And then after that, okay, now as you two on top of the horses, I'm gonna go from left to right, okay? Okay, Kurunai, to you. Goblin.
I just say to them, finally, the two of you are here. Now we can begin our quest for defeating an evil Shugenja. But what news of home? What happened?
Sure, Hizumi can repeat.
There was
Goddamn goblins!
What? What happened?
Goddamn goblins! Just goblins!
There was
That's all Asher's gonna repeat. It's just goddamn goblins, over and over and over again.
the village was attacked by 5 goblins, so we dispatched of them, and Asho has decided to keep them for some purpose later
Was
on.
that a goblin head? See, I got a goblin!
Wait, did you
Anybody
bring
heard?
goblin head? Did you bring a goblin head here?
No.
I hope not.
Oh, definitely.
No,
Thank
I was
God for that.
joking.
Yeah, thank God.
No,
for that.
that character.
Can I interject? I will ask Hitsumi. And what of our villagers, of our soldiers? Are they safe?
Yes, they're safe.
Okay, Hitsumi, just to tell you, you may need to bring this up though, because they did send scouts. Kita Kado and Mori Daisetsu was sent out to scout the goblins, but they never came back like 4 days later before you write down. So in other words, you're not too sure what happened to Kita Kaido and Mori Daisetsu. This one you can tell Doji. You can tell Kabuki.
There are 2 scouts that we sent off for looking out for more of the goblins, but we haven't heard or seen them for 4 days, so we don't know if they're well or not.
You send in 2 scouts and you don't even check up on them? We'll have to deal with this when we go back home. But
Indeed.
But
But
for
that
now we
is-
have much more pressing issue.
Yes.
They would have had to
As
travel.
soon as we get back to the village, finding those 2 scouts is of the utmost priority.
Alright.
Okay. Right now there are 2 priorities, which is Kieta Daiso want you to look into the current ruins of the undead for the crops or the rice dice. So this one should be secondary later on. So you have to choose which one priority first. Okay, Anjin, you were role playing just now. What do you say?
As the two of them kind of begin to speak and worry about the other 2 men, Anjin would speak up. It's 2 weeks of travel back to Kamouri village, and 2 weeks to travel here. By now, hopefully they have returned home. We need to deal with what is in front of us. If we continually worry about things outside of our control, it will be difficult for us to focus on the here and now. So put your worries aside, focus your minds, and let us deal with the problem at present hand.
All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, after hearing that, Kurunai,
Mhm.
Hitsumi, Asho, and Kabuki. Okay, now, Kurunai, after listening to Anjin, what do you want to do?
She basically like closes her eyes and like, first thing first, we have to handle this current problem. Then we'll handle the goblins upon our return immediately. So, if you guys are rested and everything, let's go and introduce you to Lord Dysel. Then we'll drop a plan of action to handle the current issue of the Shugenja that's trying to summon the undead. Once we do, she looks into Doji. Doji, send a message back home, a messenger pigeon, letting them know that upon our return, we will handle the goblin issue immediately. Until then, have them basically be on standby and keep trying to see where the scouts have went.
Okay, I will send a message immediately,
Mm-hmm.
and I will send that message.
Right. You went to the same farmer. You told the farmer to write a letter, and you tie the letter to the pigeon, and you send the pigeon fly up back to your Kamouri village, and hopefully it arrive safely. Then after that time, Anjin, Kakita, you brought Hitsumi and Asho to meet Daiso-sama.
Oh yeah.
Back to the meeting house, all of ya.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll keep pinging. Yep.
I was
Asho.
trying to, but I got literally chucked in this area, so I didn't have time to go and grab my character.
Okay, just grab it and yep, I'll keep pinging.
That's what I'm doing. Slowly grabbing it to take it.
Anjin should be here. Part of Kakita. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Perfect. Okay. Daiso, Kakita-sama were looking at Hitsumi and then to Asho. Then Daiso looked to you, Hitsumi, and then he said, I've heard good things about you from Anjin-sama. Your skills with the blade is worthy of even becoming champion together with Anjin. The dragon and the crane working together is a dream that I hope can be achieved one day. And I hope that my daimyo will be listening to me when I come to visit. Now, on the matter at hand, our rice is dying. We do not know why, but it could be caused by the issue that Anjin had brought up to me. The spirits, the sounds of the wind that is destroying everything as wave flows down. There is an ancient ruin. Days travel from the east here, near the oceans itself. I want you all to actually investigate and see if this is the cause of the matter. If there is rise of the dead, creatures of the Shadowland, near our borders and our land, this will make things even difficult for me to explain to the other clans once the clan meeting begins. But then he turns to you, Anjin. Anjin, I know you are eager to leave. And now, with the two warriors they are here in front of us, it is your call, Anjin, to destroy this threat and ensure that nothing happens to our land. Okay, now from right to left, Anjin, then to Kabuki, and so on. Okay, Anjin, to you.
Anjin would just bow, hands in front of him towards Lord Daiso, and then sit himself up straight. I will see that our lands are protected, Lord Daiso.
When you stand up, Risiko was looking at you and then she smiled. When she smiled, roll for insight, Anjin. She was pleased at your action, and then her eyes was like gazing at yours, and her eyes were pleased. She was really pleased and really happy the moment you actually got up. Then she bows to you slowly, and then after that, you look at the others. Now, Kabuki Doji, Anjin
Yes.
got up. Risiko looking at him and smiled. Now, what do you want to do?
Okay. I'm going to say, on my honor, I swear to you now that we will get this done. We will achieve our mission, and we will stop this Rogue Shugenja. I wish. Part of me wants to say at any cost, but I want to avoid. But I truly wish to avoid costing any more than is needed. So I will say that we will accomplish this task with minimal loss.
Right. Okay. Togashi Asho, you heard all this from Doji Kabuki. Now it's your turn.
He just kind of stand up and bow, but doesn't say anything.
All right. Okay. Good. Okay. Next is Hitsumi. Your turn.
And she'll bow, and then she'll say, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that your crops and anything else that is at risk it will be taken care of and dealt with the utmost haste.
To speak that Daiso actually bows his head to you with please. Then lastly, Kurunai. You turn.
She basically like stand up and says to him, "We will dispatch this threat with the utmost haste, but once the ruins are clear, what do you wish to do with them?"
If you succeed, Kurunai-sama, then we should discuss on what to do.
Agreed. Until then, pray for our success and hopefully, we come back with triumphant news. He basically just walks up to the door and puts on her shoes and just waits for everybody.
You have 3 days, Kurunai-sama. If you do not return, then we will send reports to the others. We'll send people to look for you. And then after that, you all got up and you all head straight towards the stables. As you all were heading straight towards the stables, though, Anjin, as you were walking slowly, you know the lands together with Doji Kabuki. So the lands of the crane is different. It's a cliffside area filled with rivers, filled with forests, and slightly mountainous area that leads towards the ocean. Using your horses, it might actually make some noise also, but due to the pathway, due to the treacherous lands, it could be dangerous to actually bring horses because they take quite a big space, and you may have to either go in a single file, but not in a 5-star formation, meaning that all will be like one line, and that's about it. So, Doji Kabuki and Anjin, roll for your survival with advantage.
With advantage, okay.
This is your land. This is your
I'm much
land.
better in the courts.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
uh,
You were too much in the courts, Doji Kabuki. But Anjin, you've traveled these lands. You know the lands. Okay. Based on your survival of 17, it is dangerous just to bring the horses. If there are creatures of the Shadowland that will come and attack, your horses will be the first one to actually fall before you. But, okay, Anjin, this is your choice though. Bringing the horses or on foot. Okay, roleplay?
As Anjin leaves and follows behind everybody else, first thing people, if you're paying close enough attention, you'd notice he kind of actually is blushing a little bit as he leaves Lord Daiso's chambers.
mhm.
But he kind of stops and takes a quick breath and just sets his sights to meet up and stands to meet up with Lady Koronai. As he does, Lady Koronai, might I speak with you on the matter at hand?
Certainly. He basically, just goes and just stands in front of you.
I've spent many years traveling the Crane Lands during my Musha Shugyo. While it may slow our progression in haste, it would be safer for us to travel by foot and leave the horses behind. The lands that we have to travel will be narrow, and traveling by horse would make us a target for any enemies that lurk.
Agreed. Then we'll leave the horses here and take our equipment with us. There's no need to make that
Very
much noise with that many people. Plus, we need all the element of surprise that we need, and the horses will give that away.
I agree. I will go and pack our things then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Before going, any last minute equipment preparation buying?
Okay.
I got my
I'm good.
shuriken.
Where's the blacksmith?
I'll actually buy a longbow for myself, so I'll just drag and drop a longbow.
You need to buy, then you need to use your money for it.
Let me actually see.
Okay.
What is my proficiency?
have-
just to be
I
sure.
have 8.5.
Oh, I'm not proficient with longbows, sadly. I got Sai and everything, so yeah, I cannot put a longbow if I'm not proficient in it.
Get a hunting bow, simple range weapon.
Okay. Hunting bow.
Hunting bow. Look for hunting bow. 1d6 piercing, 80 short range, long range is 320.
Mhm.
So your maximum is 80. Okay. All right. You will go and buy a hunting bow. It's 3 koku.
Yep.
Of course, you can try to haggle, but let's not waste any time rolling for persuasion if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
I was
Fisk
gonna
out.
say,
Yeah. Okay. So I can't really afford concealed armor. I still have I'm 1.5. I'm 1.5 gold pieces. So I'm 1.5 koku short. But
You don't know that Asho don't. You don't even know Asho have money around this time. Only Hitsumi knows.
no. But I think for the time being, the silk armor I'm wearing now should serve well.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
time being, it should be okay.
Actually,
Okay,
if I'm looking at this correctly, then
Mhm.
Do courtiers have proficiency? Looking at it, I'm trying to find their armor proficiencies. They have proficiency in silk armor, not light armor, so I can only wear silk armor anyway.
All right.
Later
okay.
on, you can get
Right,
the feat at level 4.
True.
Okay. Once you're at level 3, getting to level 4 is a few sessions later on. Even if after I calculate the number of quests that you guys need to do, yeah, it's gonna be quite some time to reach level 4. I mean, not that far, but yeah, you're gonna be there. Anyways, okay. Anjin, just now you wanted to say something.
Well, that now it's kind of irrelevant since he actually cannot use it. But if he had intended to buy the concealed armor, Anjin would have handed him.
All right. Okay.
Money's inconsequential to Anjin. It's just something that's needed to survive.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Asho, what you want to do just now?
stare at this NPC. He's probably gonna look at the weapons and see what he can get.
All right. Okay. What weapon are you looking for?
Something that I can shoot with.
That'll be a hunting
Shoot
bow if you
with.
want to. Hunting
That should
bow,
be a
yeah.
hunting bow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drag and drop a hunting bow from the Rokugan thingy.
He doesn't have it.
I
Oh,
don't have it.
On-
I think
only
in 5e,
you. You're the only one.
wait,
No, hunting bow don't have. I checked already.
in
I checked
5e.
already. Don't have.
Oh, no normal 5e.
That's
Okay.
provided. That's provided if Black Wolf have the 5e book in his server.
I do.
Just type hunting bow or bow, BOW, to see if
Where?
there's hunting bow.
In the
See if you can have the
in
hunting
the
bow.
journal section, third tab from the right above. Right corner, top, third tab. The one that looks like a book.
Yeah, but I'm like on my character sheet right now. I don't know where to look for it.
No, not on your
No.
character sheet. I said the right
Okay.
tab above from the word
It's okay.
journal.
It's okay. Let's not waste any time.
Yeah.
Let me look for hunting bow.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you ask him to do so, Aizen is gonna take forever. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah, sorry about that.
let me look for hunting bow. Hunting bow. Nope, I don't see hunting bow in my journal. Not even one. Aizen, you're the only one that have all these things. Unless you get me the book soon, so only then I can actually drag it for them. Yeah, but let me just drag a short bow. Short bow is the same as a hunting bow.
Yeah, short bow is the same.
Yeah, short bow. Yeah, I'll just drag a short bow to you. Short bow, drag to compendium, and you just need to rename it to hunting bow. Why is it not showing? I already drag and drop, but it's not showing your character sheet. I don't know why. Maybe it's laggy. I don't know. Let me check. Opening up your character sheet again. Let me see. Hunting. No. Okay, I'm gonna try and drag and drop hunting bow again.
Did you drag and drop the proficiency or the actual hunting bow? Because the first,
Oh,
yep, you dragged and
yeah.
dropped
Yeah, I dragged the proficiency.
Yep, exactly. That's why I was like,
damn it.
yeah, you drag and drop a proficiency. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, the top item usually is proficiency.
All right, okay, now you got a short bow. All right, sorry, I dropped a proficiency for you. Okay, all right, done. Okay, now lastly, Hitsumi, what do you want to do?
I'll just make sure my weapons are sharpened and make sure we're prepared for
All right,
an upcoming
okay.
battle.
Okay, you bring it to the blacksmith though to sharpen your weapon. Okay, you need to pay 10 gold pieces to sharpen it to make it temporarily +1 damage.
Huh?
Okay. Jin Dayu looks at your blade. This is a magnificent blade of the Dragon Clan. I would be honored to forge this, sharpen its edges. Then ting, 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 ting. 10 gold pieces gone. He sprinkles some sort of dust on it. Then you can feel the sharpness. You use your thumb a bit, like a trickle of blood coming out. Yeah, it's sharp, but only for a short while until long rest. You have this +1 bonus to your attack. Okay. Then the damage, the ink can increase based on the proficiency of the blacksmith. The highest it can go is +3 damage. And then after that, after you're done, okay, Anjin, the rest of them were prepared, getting ready with their backpacks, the weapons, and everything else. Leaving your horses behind, you look up towards the east, leading them towards this cliff itself, heading to where the treachery lies. Okay, roll for your survival with advantage. Okay, based on your
Is this
skill
for
roll,
everyone?
then the others will roll. No, only for Anjin. Based on Anjin's score, then he will give the bonus to you guys.
Oh!
Two natural 20. Somebody screenshot this thing and put it into the Discord chat. Okay.
Somebody should actually screenshot this. This is like double net. We should get like at least a +4, 2 from each.
This
Yeah,
hardly ever happened, bro. This hardly happened many years ago.
Be double net. Double net 20.
Yeah. Only a few people I know can get a double net 20s. One is crazy. There was another player also a few years ago during the D&D, and now this one. Okay, my God.
got into the chat.
Yeah,
Double
yeah.
net. Right, okay. Okay, Anjin, because of your double net, you don't give them a bonus, you give them a bonus with advantage. Okay, so everyone roll for your survival with advantage with a +5 bonus.
Okay, advantage +5 survival. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Mine is 22 +5. That's 26, 27. 27 on survival. 27.
Hitsumi is 22.
Yep.
Asho need to roll one more time.
Yeah. Oh, Asho.
And then to
roll,
Kabuki Doji, survival
Yeah.
advantage, yeah, with +5.
Asho,
Okay.
roll another survival. Okay. 16. Okay, our lowest is 17, which is Doji Kabuki, and our highest is me with 27.
Okay, yeah. Then, okay. Those that lead, Heta Anjin giving the bonus to the others. Okay, while actually traveling, you also found, okay, those that actually score very high, okay, this is 15. You also found other fruits that you can pick up as you walk up those cliffs. You see some bushes. You see some simple wild games that you actually took your hunting bow and shoot them. And then after that, they're killing those young little rabbits and then putting them into your sack so you can actually cook them during your short and long rest. But for Anjin, he led you all through this cliff itself, this dangerous cliff, like nothing happened. But because of that, even the enemies won't even know where you are. But when you arrive, Anjin, due to your survival itself, you can see skeleton samurais or undead samurais dragging their samurai sword on the dirt, walking around aimlessly, unsure what to do. In front, they did not notice you, of course, because of your net. Okay, but everybody roll for stealth with advantage.
Okay, stealth
Okay.
with advantage. I got a 16 on my stealth.
Yep. Everything here until your long rest, because of the double net, nature, survival, okay, and stealth, will have advantage. Okay. Now, Kakita, the undead samurai turn to actually face and look at you, but only you. But one of them just walks to you though, slowly, 15 feet. Now, going from right to left, Anjin, to you. What do you want to do?
Let me think. I mean, he would kind of turn to look towards where Kurenai had been standing and in a hushed tone, just, should we attempt to put them to rest, or should I use other means?
They did nothing in
Okay.
life, and they are here against their
Right.
own will. We should pray for
Kabuki
them.
Doji, you heard what Anjin said. You remembered what you did earlier on too at the bridge. You can, of course, destroy their permanent remains bodies and let their souls go to rest, or pray to them, pray to one of them at least, those within your 30 feet distance, and send their soul to rest.
Nope.
Okay, Doji Kabuki, what do you want to
Yes?
do?
What do I want to do?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You heard
Okay.
what Anjin said, right?
I believe I did, but could you repeat it one more time?
Basically, you remembered what you did on the bridge, which is, praying for them so they can just move on permanently without us having to actually force to attack them because they never did anything wrong in life and they are here against their own will.
I see. So I'm going to say. So yes, I'll say, Asho, you are a priest, are you not?
Yes, yes, I am.
Do you think you would be able to perform the last rites for these misguided spirits?
We just need
I was gonna say, Ashu is just gonna be like, which kind of rites? Because Ashu probably knows a lot of different kind of rites.
funeral rites, last prayers and all.
Well, yeah, but what I was meaning, like, he knows different versions of it.
For Rokugani specifically.
Yeah,
for
the
warrior's
Rokugan.
prayer.
Yeah, the warrior
Ah.
prayer, the prayer of the undead, basically. You just need to, pray for them. Advance forth, we follow you, and when you're like within 30 feet of the first, undead, we just, you just pray for him along with all of us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, priest. Let's see what you can do. Okay, look at your character sheet. How does your priest work? You need to tell me. How does it work?
Actually, he's a shinobi, but he belongs to the priesthood of the dragon.
Hmm.
So they should automatically know how to handle undead. Well, we just follow carefully. And I'll just move myself right here.
Right. I'm actually waiting for Black Wolf right now.
Yeah,
Okay, Black Wolf, we're all waiting for you right now. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
waiting.
know. I'm just thinking, because I literally don't really know what to do with this one.
Just pray and
okay.
just pray for them, and you should be all okay.
Do you trust in your religion check?
Yeah, I would rather do that.
Doji and Miramoto, move your tokens.
Yes. I will be.
Yeah, position
I will be-
yourself first.
I will be standing by just in case they attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just in case they attack, it depends on Asho Togashi's religion check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anjin,
So
move here.
Because these undeads, they're not attacking. Even though Asho is just standing here, I would have rolled for initiative, but no.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They're just as confused as you are.
Wait.
he's confused.
Advantage. Roll with advantage plus
Right,
5.
that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna
No.
reroll.
Religion, no advantage.
Oh, religion, no.
Anything to do with the lands, only then you get advantages. But not when it comes to religion, when you're using your words,
Mhm.
raising your totem and say, "Be gone, foul spirits." But this one is like 4.
He's like, he just mumbles it by accident because he's like not fully focused on what is going on.
The undeads are screaming, "Blah!" Pick up their swords and start charging at you, Asho. Only you.
Hi.
Roll for initiative.
Fuck.
You had to roll a 4, man. I mean,
It's not my fault.
technically it's your character, and technically speaking, it's your fault.
Apparently, I'm going first.
He's not a priest per se,
Yep.
but he's trying.
Yep.
He's a naga. He just walked.
At least,
I'm a fighty priest, okay?
Wait, at least if you are going first, you get to, I would say, move like 1 square away and then, re-attempt the thing. You may be able to succeed.
I was just gonna use my chain on him.
Fighting them is useless. Trust me, you don't want to fight them. These things almost killed my character.
All piercing, slashing weapons
Yep,
do only half damage to them.
exactly. Half damage. So your better choice is to always use religion on them.
Okay.
You have to trust on your religion.
Wee. Jesus Christ,
Wait,
we're
wait. It's
screwed.
still.
Jesus,
Wait. Go back.
sadly,
Go back
Black,
here. Yep. Go
sadly,
back here.
Asho,
Go back here.
Jesus does not exist in Rokugan.
Yep. Exactly. Now.
I'm out of character right now.
Okay. Now it's the first round.
All right, Anjin. The moment Asho Togashi used his words, you could hear that he was mumbling, he was unsure what he was saying, like dead people go away, and that was about it. He was pointing up his
And
totem
people
or
fuck
prayer,
off.
his prayer beads. But then suddenly the undead samurai look at him, look at Asho, eyes glowing red, immediately raised their rusted samurai sword and charging at him. But you act first. What do you want to do?
Very well. First thing I do, I enter my Heron stance as a beginning of initiative order, and then as a free action, I issue a challenge of steel on the undead. So it has to make
Okay.
a wisdom saving throw with a DC of 14.
All right, let me roll for this undead wisdom saving throw.
And
I
you-
got a 19.
Oh, okay.
You have a minus
honestly,
one, even.
Choose whether or not to enter the duel. On a failure, it must duel me, and starts their duel with a danger. So it all depends on if it chooses to fight me or not.
No, they just dare to slash at Asho for saying those wrong words. Okay, they
Very
don't.
well.
This one done.
Then
Okay.
my next action is to move into combat range.
You could try and expel them yourself using religion.
Yeah, no.
What's your religion?
Okay.
My religion is a +3. I'm not trained in it, and that's not how my character acts.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
that's not
better
how
than
his
me,
that's
'cause
not how
mine's
his character is.
Mhm.
Mine's a 2.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
try again. I mean, you may be able to succeed.
Okay. Togashi Asho, your turn.
That's,
He's gonna try and use religion on him again.
Nope,
Nope.
ain't happening.
You wasted an action. It's okay. But this undead on top of the hill screams and rush at you. Rah! Like really want to kill you this time.
Like I said, you go fuck off.
Okay,
I
Kuruna,
only
your
said
turn.
that. I didn't say
You
anything
see
about
this
your mother.
undead like rushing in, like really rush, like a crazed creature, possessed creature.
Okay, I'll try my best now with my own religion check. So yeah, even though I'm not trained and it's also 2, but I'm still gonna try my best. Hopefully it works.
No.
Let's see. Should I use my inspiration here or save it? for
Better don't,
this?
though.
Yeah. I better
Better
don't. Wait. I think I have a bonus thing. Acute. No, this is not it. This is not it. You have a slip. Oh, okay. What do? You make a disadvantage. Oh, okay. This is only if I'm like hiding in plain sight. Oh, okay. I basically... Oh, okay, this is only in crowded areas. Okay, I'll just stay here in my position. Otherwise, I have
Alright.
nothing, since it's an action to use a skill.
Okay. He rushes to you. Asho swings his sword. And then against your armor class, and it's a hit. 7 slashing damage. Your HP dropped from 23 minus 7. You're now 16 HP. Let me put there 16
I was gonna
HP to
do
you.
that, but- okay.
Alright, okay. Then the next one.
I was like, don't tell me this is where Ashu dies.
Rush! Okay, Hitsumi. You hear the screams, the blood-curdling screams from the undead. Oh wait, am I missing someone?
Uh,
How how come Viscount didn't roll for his initiative? Unless Viscount is standing there and like, all right, I'm just gonna let them go ahead, kill
No,
Asho.
Viscount-
Oh,
or
I did.
something.
No, sorry. I had completely lost track of every.
Reroll.
So apologies.
Really?
I'll roll.
Yeah,
Viscount, what's
roll-
happening? Viscount, what's happening at your end, at your house? Your
Nothing in particular. I just lose focus very easily.
all right.
That's all.
Okay. Now let's go to Hitsumi. Then it's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go and guess I'll try to move over to the one right next to Asho and use my own, religion thing because mine has a 5 on it.
+5. Wow. Okay. You're religious
Well,
Maybe you
warrior.
should be the priest.
I'll try to see if mine's even good.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Way better than mine.
Okay, 19 is actually good.
Yeah.
19 is actually perfect.
All right.
And I'll say to it, be rest now, be back to where you belong.
Okay. You pray to this one in front of you, and it turns to you. You showed your symbol at this undead. As a fox spirit, of course, Hitsumi. You send this creature. You can see its gaping skeleton mouth open, and you can see its souls leaving its body. And then after that, then its lifeless remains falls. Now, Doji Kabuki, you saw Hitsumi just went over to the skeleton, touches the skeleton's helmet, and prayed to it. Immediately, the skeleton's soul, you can see its soul, its white spirit floating up and going up into the sky. Now, Doji Kabuki, Viscount, your turn.
Okay. At risk to myself, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to move to this one and utter it and follow suit. I will utter a prayer to the skeleton in front of me, with the intent of it's essentially performing its rites, letting its soul move on into the afterlife.
Right. Okay, go ahead. Roll religion. All right. You did the same. You quickly touches the skeleton's head. You whispered the words of your lord, of your goddess. Okay, there's two goddesses and gods here, which is moon and sun, and that's about it. But you whispered, and then after that, the undead looks at you. At first, its eyes was glowing red, with malice and death, looking at Asho. Then it turns to you. Its white pupils then suddenly change to white and green energy. Then you send it to the afterlife again. And then after that, but the next one here screams, the one on top of the hill, rush down towards Asho. Now it's round 2. Okay, Anjin, you heard the prayers and whispers of Hitsumi and Doji, sending those spirits back to where they came from. But there are two undeads here swinging their weapons at Asho. Now it's your turn.
Very well. I'm going to. Yep. I'm just going to attempt to draw them away from Asho and into combat with me because the duel failed. So I'm just going to make an attack.
All right. Whoa. Okay. 7. Okay. But it's a crit. And then after that, like you ping. All right. Okay, I'm not gonna bring up that rule. That rule usually slows down the game unless I put it into my macros. I think I will put it into the macro, but there's a rule for when rolling critical. This is based on a D&D book. Okay, but you miss. The samurai just blocks you, Anjin. Ding! The undead samurai got skill. Or you were unsure if you wanted to actually destroy the undead because of the prayers from Hitsumi and Doji Kabuki. That you miss, Anjin. But now, Asho, Anjin wanted to protect you, but he couldn't. Now it's your turn.
Oh my god. At some point in time, Usher needs to friggin' fix his religion.
Mm-hmm. Try and try again. Yay!
All right. Okay.
Against which one?
The third time's the charm.
Mhm.
The one that is
Yeah.
closest to
Both of them are
Ashen.
closest to you.
Okay.
Both of them are close to you.
Ashen.
Okay, that means this
One
guy.
that is closest to Ashen, not Asher.
Oh, okay. In
Okay.
that case, you mean this one.
Yeah, that one.
Or this one, closest to Anjin. Okay.
Mhm.
That one.
After Anjin miss, you quickly grab it, the face, and the skeletal remains. You whispered, you speak out your name, your eyes glow. Then you send its soul back to Lady Sun.
It's like
Now, Kurunai.
Okay, the same thing. She basically going to be kneeling and trying her luck as well. Feeling a bit jealous of everybody. Yeah!
Too far away. You need to move closer.
Oh,
You need
okay.
to touch
Oh,
them.
yeah. And
It's a touch
yeah. She basically moves here, kneels in front of him like a respectful lord. To him, and she says, "Do not worry, my lord. Your spirit now should be resting in peace and tranquility with Lady Sun and Lord Moon at their table of hospitality. Move on. Be at peace." And she bows respectfully to him.
And then after that, you look at the skeleton, you bow to Lady Sun, then you destroy the undead. And that ends the combat for this one.
Holy. Oh,
Okay, after that though, you're looking around with all 4 undead warriors, dead samurais. Now, gonna go again from you, Kurunai. Okay, what do you want to do?
She basically, since only Asho is hurt, but none worse for wear, she basically says to everybody, "We should move on. Those 4 was only just the beginning. It means we're getting closer to the source of the problem. But at least now we know that if we pray to them, they will be able to, move on faster without even having to kill them. We'll come back and procure all of their equipment and put them on a shrine dedicated for them. That way their souls can travel even faster."
Okay, and now, Hitsumi, you heard what Kurunai said after you vanquish the undead with your own prayers. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll agree. With Kurenai and I'll say I definitely agree with you on this. And what this person is doing is unforgivable.
Okay, after you said that to Kurunai, you agree with her. Hey, Asho, you heard what Hitsumi and Kurunai said after you vanquish the undead, destroying his remains, sending his soul back. Now, what do you want to do?
Seems this is going to be a bit difficult, but I also probably need to work on my. Hang on, I'm trying to think now what the wording of it is.
Work on your religion?
No, well, yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, work on it. I need to work on my religion a bit more.
Don't worry.
Okay, somehow your Naga sounds a bit Scottish now. I need to work on my religion. I think you've been hanging too much time with munchies. All right, after that,
Oh, no.
Kabuki Doji, you heard what Asho said. He need to work on his religion after destroying the skeleton warrior. Okay, Doji Kabuki, what do you want to do?
Okay. Doji is going to... The Doji will simply... Well, it looks like there are multiple ways to go from here. There's one to the east, one to the north. So I'm going to suggest, given that we have two pathways, let's say we go north.
Let's try to go northward. I mean, the zombies, they
No.
look basically as if they come from the north.
Alright. But Anjin, you heard Kabuki Doji said going to the north, but you know you need to go to the east. So Anjin, what do you want to do?
First, he'd sheath his sword, checking to make sure there were no nicks or cracks in the blade. Strike was less than perfect. Heading north won't do us any good. The place we seek is to the east.
Understood.
I see that.
Well,
Well, then let's go east.
Yeah.
Right. All of you decide to actually head east instead of north, following Anjin's direction. Okay. As you head towards the east, you heard whispers from the wind as it flows from the east towards the west. As the voice actually like grow closer, you hear the whispers itself was so strong. But of course, though, Asho, the moment you hear the whisper, and Hitsumi, you hear the whisper, this is something like in the air itself, like being cast. All of you roll for Arcana.
Ah, I had a feeling that this would have happened.
Anjin, only Anjin can respond to this. Anjin, you sense this spell being cast following the wind, but you're not a ritual spellcaster yourself, but the only way to counter this is to whisper back, but you need somebody with really strong religious prowess for this one. Okay, Anjin, you need to roleplay this with others. Only you can sense this.
Hearing the voice on the wind, it's similar to the one that I heard before. We'll need somebody strong or with a base or a stronger faith than what we possess.
Doji, would you and Asho lead us in a prayer as we advance in this situation?
Okay, in this religion check, you guys can assist one player with the strongest religion to give the person advantage with bonuses. So who should be the primary one?
Who's
I
got that
believe
faith?
that since Asho is a priest, he should be the one leading the prayer.
But my
Alright,
thing ain't that
Mr.
good anyway.
Alright, Priest Asho. Yeah, if you watch Inuyasha, you're like that guy, that priest guy with a staff, you know. I forgot his name.
Oh,
Yeah, the one of the character.
Morocco.
Oh, Morocco. Yeah, Morocco. The guy in Inuyasha. So you step forward. So, you step forward away from the others, though. 30 feet away.
30 feet away. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Damn,
Then the others have to roll for religion to assist Asho. Okay. Alright. Now, Anjin, Kurunai, Hitsumi, and Kabuki, roll for your religion check. You need to be a DC 10.
Rolling
Fail,
our
pass,
rolling
fail.
my religion. Trying
Pass.
to-
Alright. Okay, Asho, you only have advantage with a +2 bonus.
Roll twice.
Alright, Asho. You took out your staff because it's a sickle anyway. Like you put it up, you pray, you whisper to Lady Sun or Lady Moon. I don't know who you're worshipping. Is it Moon or Sun?
Lord Sun, actually. Lord Moon. Lord Moon and Lady Sun.
I was gonna say I worship both.
Okay.
As a duality, that
Mhm.
works.
This is where your dice probably going to be very unsure of you.
Mm-hmm. Just roll twice. Okay. Roll a second time. Okay. That'll be 18.
All right. You whispered. You counted the whispering's voice coming from the east towards the west. But you see the pool of green murky water that started to actually bubble up. And you see 5 undead started to actually rise, but they did not attack because of the counter effect. If you fail, they will immediately rush and attack you. But they're stopping there, confused, not too sure what to do. But Asho, you're unsure to jump into this green murky water just to touch them in the face, just to send their souls back. So now Asho Togashi, jumping into the water is dangerous. You're not too sure whether it's a disease water or is it safe to jump in. But
Why is there
the
glowing water?
undeads are confused. They do not attack.
Anyone else wants to go down to glowing water? Because I don't want to touch them.
Okay. I'm gonna go from right to left. Anjin, after that prayer, you see the undead warriors suddenly emerge from the dark, greenish, murky water. But you're unsure whether the water itself is dangerous to actually pour into for them to do their regular prayers and send their souls back. But now Anjin, they did not attack. They did not rush to Asho to attack him. So Anjin, to you, what do you do?
If they aren't moving and they aren't coming towards us, move past them and keep going east.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Perhaps when this Shugenja is dealt with, the souls will find peace on their own.
Exactly. Since they are basically trapped here due to the prayer that Asho have conducted, it should gives us, amicable time to go and handle the Shugenja. Once he's dealt with, they should immediately move on from this. We'll pray to their souls after we have dealt with him. We only have 3 days. And we just move on.
Yes.
Whee!
Alright, you move on. Sadly, you can't move east. The only way to go is north.
Technically, we could have
But-
chose to. Oh yeah.
Avoiding combat, the undeads just moving around aimlessly, unsure what to do, dragging their swords, looking at each other, and moaning. But you all decided to move north. The moment you all move north, again, you heard the same whisper. Everybody roll for perception.
I got a 13. And Asho got 15, 14, 16, and 22. Basically, all of us are above 10.
Okay. It's not above 10 I'm looking for. I'm looking for above 15.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You got 3
Alright.
above 15.
Togashi, Doji, and also Anjin. Other than the undeads emerging from the murky depth of the dark pool. But Anjin, you listen to the whisper. You listen to the whisper itself, though, it's following. And then in the distance, you can see a particular person standing on top of a small hill, whispering those words. But at the same time, the undeads are all looking at you because nobody is countering this religion check. You need to actually tell the others, okay, this is a choice, Anjin. Telling everybody to focus on that sorceress on top of the hill, or tell them you need to counter with religion.
Hearing the voice on the wind once again, Anjin would turn to the group and just, we have options, but it's either we defeat the sorceress now, or we deal with her voice upon the wind.
We must
Okay.
we must deal with her voice upon the wind. If we do so, the undead themselves will basically be stuck in their place. Afterwards, dealing with her would be the secondary job. We cannot fight on
Okay.
2 fronts, and there's 6 of them, but only 5 of us. Plus the wizard, that makes them 7.
There's only one target, and that's where I'm going.
Mm-hmm. We'll start praying
With that,
while
actually-
you go from the left and flank her.
Okay.
Agreed.
If you now, before I roll for all those things, roll for religion. Who's going to be the primary one, and who's going to assist?
Doji, I think you
Um,
should be the primary one since you have like a +5 to your religion. No, wait. I mean,
No.
Miramoto. Sorry, Miramoto
Me.
should be the primary because he has a +5 to her religion.
Yeah, let the
Okay.
non-priest do it.
I am also
Hitsumi
gonna
pushes
try-
Asho away. He's like, Hitsumi pushes Asho away. Let me
Like,
handle
you're not
this.
working correctly. Let me do this.
Okay.
and
Okay.
So,
Okay, so Kurenai, Anjin, you will ambush the sorceress. This is the Rogue Shugenja we've heard of, right?
mhm.
Very well then. Kurenai, Anjin, you launch an ambush on the Shugenja. Hiromoto, Togashi, and I will soothe the spirits and the whispers on the wind.
Agreed.
Ah, rolling initiative, I see.
Mhm.
oh,
You don't roll for initiative yet.
Yeah, I just rolled just to be on the safe side.
mhm.
That's how low you think of Hitsumi. Okay, Hitsumi, roll for religion.
Yep.
Wait. Before Hitsumi, Doji and Asho
Oh, you don't.
need to do an
Anjin, don't move yet.
Yeah, don't move.
You don't move yet, Anjin.
Don't move yet,
He's still
Anjin.
here.
Asho and Doji roll for religion to give Miramoto a bonus. Bonus plus advantage. Okay, advantage. Now.
And then
Yeah, now for you, Doji.
Okay, rolling religion. Please.
Okay.
Oh,
plus 2.
good.
Okay. Now.
I think that's the worst religion roll I've ever had.
Now, Miramoto has advantage +2 on her religion check.
You need a DC 20. Beat a DC 20.
Oh.
Oh,
Do you have hero points? Use them now.
Yeah, if you have hero point and or what's your thing? Inspiration. Yeah, you can use your inspiration.
yeah. I'll definitely use that. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
That's
Try again. Ooh, that's
There you go.
22. That's 22. 22. No,
Alright.
sorry. 23. 23 total. 23 on religion.
Okay. All right. Okay. After that, after you use your words, then immediately the undeads like stop, confused, what to do. You call upon the powers of Lady Sun. Then you can see the woman on top of the hill, like curses. Then she runs away to the north.
oh my.
You do not know what has been happening. She screams as it echoes. Then as she runs, but the undead, you stop them at their tracks, Hitsumi, and they did not attack. You managed to beat that DC 20. Your
Okay.
hero points.
Okay.
Quickly after her.
What? Immediately, as you say.
We just leave the undead for now as we follow her because she is, like have lost troops basically. Whoops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Togashi, don't forget to drag your token
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, Togashi.
Will do. If my thing allowed it, thank God.
Herb, you may need to move. Oh, okay.
It's just
Move what? Move
things are-
the undeads on you?
No. Asho, just move him.
Ah, yes. Move the undead on Asher.
Why would I want to move the Ande Asho?
Is this where Asher just falls into the water?
Alright.
Okay, now we are following the priestess, hot on her tail.
No, I thought I heard Asho say something like it's like he wants to take a dip in the water.
At this point in time, I'm thinking of making a new character where he has good religion, but
Just
Okay.
wait.
More Shugenja.
Yeah, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait until something happens to this one. Yep. And we move on to the next
So,
part of the map.
Wait until something happened to this one. Oh wow, that's very reassuring. Okay. Anyway.
gee, thanks.
Right. Again,
Well, it could be this.
Okay.
sorceress.
Yeah.
the
That's
sorceress raise her. You see the sorceress raising her hand up into the sky. The clouds darken, and you see a number of undead samurais like raise themselves from the murky depth of this old battlefield. Then, as she speaks, as she whispers, "You must understand. I'm only here to give my family a good rest." But then, as she kept on whispering, the undeads were all turning their heads towards you. Okay, again, this is a DC 20 religion check versus hers. Okay. If you pass this one, she won't have an army. Then I guess you probably have to give up. Then, so I guess these two short camp. Okay, but if there's a battle, right? We have to be continued.
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
it's
We
already
have
way past our game session.
Yeah, we have to actually,
Okay,
do
but I want to see the roll first. I want to see the roll, that roll. I want to see Hitsumi assisting first.
Yeah, assisting
I will-
Miramoto.
I will assist Hitsumi-sama.
Yep. I also, so I would roll for my religion.
Yeah, Anjin is
Yep.
not because he's ready to attack.
Okay, that's advantage. Advantage +2, and
I just got a 21, but okay.
Yep.
That's me in the spotlight, rolling
Okay.
my religion.
Okay.
Showing
that-
my religion.
Okay, that would be.
Sorry, that got into my head for some reason.
Yeah. Kakita, do you want to join us?
Nope.
Okay. Advantage +2 to you, Hitsumi.
Yeah, roll.
Yep.
You're not supposed to roll to give yourself advantage. You just roll
Mm-hmm.
the advantage.
Hey.
Wow.
21!
23. She gives
All
up
right, and if
instantly.
I don't expect this to happen. Okay, but Hitsumi, you countered the Shugenka's spells. You whispered back to your god, Lord Sun and Moon. After that, she raised her hands, and then she kneeled on the floor, giving up. The undead refused to listen to her. Then, after a while, then she said, "If I'm unable to use my family against them, then I will use mine against you." Okay, she casts a spell, and then after that, she just decided to cast a spell and then shoots at you all. Okay, because I don't have an actual Rokugan, so I have to use a mage for my character. All right, everybody, roll for initiative.
Don't forget to highlight your token before rolling for initiative.
Rolling.
Trying to.
Yep.
When my character allows it.
Just click on it and then click on initiative. Okay, Hitsumi, you're the only one left.
Yep.
I'm just happy we got that 21 on religion. It would have been much more epic if it was a double nat 20.
Now, getting a double net 20 is really, really hard. Because it's like roll 20 now is like rolling an actual physical dice, you know. So that's how it feels like. Okay. Let me roll for her. Let me roll for the sorceress.
At least we cut off. At least we can go past the undead, and as long as we do not attack them, they will not attack us. That means we can concentrate all of our effort into reaching her.
Yep. Yeah, she's gonna use that distance to actually attack. Okay. Alright. Don't go to the green pool though.
Yep.
And there, this is difficult terrain.
Oh, the green pool, difficult terrain. Got it.
No, even the trees.
Oh,
the fallen
okay.
trees.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bushes and trees are difficult terrain.
Oh, definitely.
These are difficult terrains.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
As long as we go past
Alright.
them, we should be able to reach her in, I think, 2 turns, if somebody was decided to dash.
Alright, okay, Anjin. You see the sorceress. At first she gave up, but she got up after she said that I wanted to use my family to go against them, but you have actually stopped my plans. Now? Okay.
Gotcha. There we go. So why could I not do something? Can I make an acrobatics check to leap over that tree?
Yep. Roll acrobatic. Oh. You fall and tumble into the tree itself, so you're here now. Alright. Okay.
So it's second nat 1. This is my 8.
Yeah, second at one.
Yeah, but...
I think maybe because you got that double 20.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, roll 20 is like, you got double 20, huh? We give you net 1 now. Yeah, the admin right now in roll 20. Okay, Togashi Asho, your turn.
You can move 35 feet, so you basically can move to this square here.
Difficult terrain,
Oh, okay.
half the speed.
Oh, okay. In this case, yeah, just towards here.
Here, okay, though. This straight line, all the way to Anjin is okay.
Yep. Okay, Doji Kabuki.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go around.
I'm going-
go around the tree from here.
1, 2, 3, 4, up until here, and here is difficult terrain already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to take the dash action then. I'll take the dash action to move 30 feet.
Yeah, only 30 feet. That's it.
Can I also call out to the Shugenja?
Yeah, you can.
Because
I never say you
didn't she
cannot.
say earlier that she wanted to give her family she wanted her family to be able to rest?
Mm-hmm.
I want to yell, surely there are more peaceful ways to give your family their rest!
Roll for persuasion versus the insight. I'm rolling for insight.
Honestly, if I...
Ooh.
16.
I got a 17 versus your
Ooh.
16.
Damn, missed by 1.
You can use a hero point.
Yeah, exactly.
You can use a hero point or inspiration if you want to.
Mm-hmm. You can make it into a hero point if you have any hero points, which I think you do have.
Yeah, well, I don't want it to be over just... I feel like narratively, it would be kind of dissatisfying to have it over before it even starts.
No, this is like treating like a death saving throw.
Yeah,
So you got 3 chances. Even if you pass, you still need 2 more success to persuade her.
exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
then I will...
Yeah, click on.
Then I will... I've got it... I've still got a hero point.
Yep.
I'll roll the d6 and use it.
Yeah, click on it. Yep. So
That's a
now
1.
it's So now it's a 17.
Did you just roll a 1?
Yeah, it's a
Yep,
1d6.
I-
it's, a,
one of
it's, a,
D6.
it's a 1d6,
Okay.
sadly. A d6 and he got
Yeah.
a
Still
1.
16, I think.
No, it's a 1.
Right.
It's d6.
Yeah, 1.
Sorry, it's now 17. Your 16 plus the hero point is making it 17.
Yep. Alright, you talk to her. She was about to throw a fireball at you, but then she stopped. But again, Then she continued and then she said, "No, I was betrayed by the crane. I will never forget their betrayal." Then it's her turn. Okay, she's casting a spell. Alright. Just a simple one. Firebolt. At you, Doji, Kabuki. And I got a 20. Not a nat, just a 20. Okay, Doji, you receive 15 HP damage of
15.
fire. Yeah.
15 fire damage. Goodness. Okay. 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So it puts me in. Wow, I'm low already.
You got hit as you talked to her. Like, no, I refuse to listen to a crane. Then Hitsumi, your turn.
Let's see. I'll move up to. I guess I'll try to be over to where Joji is, and go up to here. I do.
Try your luck
Alright.
with her.
What do you want to do?
I'll try to. I guess I'll try to do the same thing that Kabuki did. Try to.
Persuasion.
Persuasion versus
persuade her.
insight. Let me roll for insight. Oh,
That's a double whammy. Double whammy. 26. Holy moly.
And I bet that right now, our game master is thinking, "What the heck?"
Oh, this is basically throws a double whammy against her. She already failed the first one, and this is like double whammy.
Yes. Then after that, what do you say to her, Hitsumi? I'm gonna stop the music.
Yeah, I'll say to her, this isn't the correct way to take your own revenge. If you do this, you're no better than what they were. There are other ways to do this.
She looks at both her hands. Then she went down towards the green puddle, looking at herself. I was promised that my family will come back again. I was promised that if I were to do this, I was promised that she would give me. And then after that, though, everybody roll for perception. You hear an evil whisper coming again, but not from the sorceress.
Okay, this a perception roll.
I got a 23, and oh wow!
Frankly, right now, I'm more intrigued by the fact that she was also slighted by the Crane clan. That makes 3 people I know, and one of them's me.
Yeah, which begs the question: what is the Crane clan doing? They're usually pacifists, and they prefer all talk and no battles, but not to the extent of.
Asho is just confused.
Mm-hmm.
Asho is always confused. And then after that, you see a magical portal appeared. And Krunai, you see this whisper not coming from the sorceress, but from somebody else instead. And you notice that this woman have long flowing white hair, and then her beautiful features like coming out as she appeared, and then she walks over towards the sorceress and then whispered to her. And then after that, you can see her saying, okay, those that got the 16, okay, 15, okay, only Kurunai, you heard this though. Even from that whisper, you could hear this white haired woman speaking to her. You have failed him. You have failed Fu Lang. And the power I've given to you, I will take away. And then after that, she touches her head and took away her crown. The moment she takes away this young girl's crown, you can feel as if she's screaming in pain. And then she falls unconscious on the floor. And this woman then go back. My task is done. I'll see you again. When she said I'll see you again, she's not looking at this person, but she's looking at the rest of you. And then she disappears and vanishes. Anjin, the moment you look at this woman, her beauty was astounding. But her long flowing white hair with bluish hue, there's not many clans that have this type of hairstyle. But due to the distance, you're unable to see her facial feature. Only Kurunai actually saw her facial feature and even heard it. But after this battle ended though, okay, who's rushing to the sorceress? The former sorceress. Okay, Koji Kabuki, you rush to her.
Yeah, that'll be me. I'm also like rushing, avoiding, of course, the undead, the green puddles, and everything, and just so I can check if she's okay. So I drag myself near her.
I'll be doing so as well. I need.
Right.
I need to know she's alright.
I'm just pushing our session a few more minutes longer. Okay. All right. All right. As you rush towards her, her crown gone. She's wearing some sort of Shugenja honorable robes to indicate that who she's from or where she's from. But judging on that though, looking at that, okay, this is going to be based on a certain skill, okay, that you're like looking at right now. Now actually roll for your, okay, this is more towards a quartz kind of thing, like more towards a courtier, more towards the court. So I'm gonna let you guys roll for an investigation check.
Okay.
Is this for everyone or?
I'm just checking because I think I have a.
Check your futures and everything. You may have something from your classes.
Yeah, I have my background feature that says I can let's see, I can name family heads and other leaders, and I know their respective positions, allegiances, heraldry, and relationships. I know about the state of political affairs between the clans. I know proper etiquette and protocol in the imperial capital, and I have a working knowledge of the high arts and the great masters of old. Will any of that help me?
Yeah, they will help. You have advantage. I thought Anjin also have a special skill in it.
Duelist.
When it comes to court stuff.
Oh, unless he chose the background, but otherwise, he's a duelist.
Investigation with advantage, then.
Yeah, investigation with advantage. Zokan, do you have any other skills? I thought you have.
Can I use my inspiration to re-roll this? Actually,
course and culture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The same thing. You also have advantage on your thing. So roll another investigation, Zokan.
The last one actually. You have working knowledge of the high arts and great masters of all.
Can I use my inspiration to re-roll this?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Since you're gonna get your inspiration back next session anyway, so go ahead.
Okay, that's a 14. Does that make it?
Yeah, you pass. Okay, actually Togashi also pass. Kakita Anjin also pass.
I rolled a 13. I doubt I'll
Hitsumi. Okay. Alright. This is just that. So just that the higher one actually like no more. But you notice that she's actually wearing the garb, the Shugenja garb of the Phoenix clan.
Oh.
Yes, she's wearing the garb of the Phoenix clan. And then after that, it's like when she fell unconscious, remove it, then you can actually see her features. Then you realize that she actually fell unconscious. She's a young woman. She's roughly about 17, roughly you think 18. You're unsure. But she's there. And then the undead though, they're just moving around aimlessly to the point that after a while, they all fell deep into the water and disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, in the end, disappears. But you don't know who she is, so who's going to carry her? Okay, I thought that this session is gonna last until next week, so it doesn't. Okay, so
It's true.
right,
it's
who's gonna
true.
carry her?
I'll carry her, of course.
I'm clenching my fist, right? I'm clenching my fist, looking at Blaze. How dare you, Blaze? It's like if it, I would have gone ahead with it to the second episode if not because of your meddling kids.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, with my I pretty much I pretty much kind of ruined that by rolling a nat 26 with that.
I mean, hey, it's all beneficial because you actually helped us. That means
Yep.
this is a good thing.
Yep. Then next week will be officially Goblin Slayers. Then.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I carry
Okay,
her. I carry her as we walk back and as like that.
Do you have the strength for it? Okay, carry her.
Strength 10. It's about as
Okay,
average
roll
as
for it.
it can get.
If you don't have the strength by yourself, I'll also carry her.
Okay,
I was gonna say,
oh, okay. No, don't.
wow.
Yep, 16. She's like,
Kurunai can handle it.
Yep.
You're like, I'm a strong, independent woman. I'll carry her. Okay, pop.
yeah.
Then
Kurunai basically she says to the rest of you, "I'll carry her and take her back. Along the way, we need to basically, check further in to see if we can build a shrine. The souls of the undead have not moved on properly."
When you go back to Kasamora village, Daiso-sama is like, wow, that was fast. It's like, look at the time, it's half a day. I thought you're gonna be gone for 30 days. Like, like so on. Okay.
Exactly.
But you carried the woman to the inn. Let me put her in the bed to rest. So you're there, Koronai. You put her nicely. And then Anjin and the others, after reaching, this is just, after you arrive, right? It was almost evening. It's like you left in the morning, you came back in the evening. That was it. That was done. But all the other people, they were surprised to see that you all came back easily. So Anjin, Kurunai, Hitsumi, Asho Togashi, and Koji Kabuki, you went back to Daiso-sama. He was surprised to see you all coming back. And then the crowd were asking, who was that woman? Is that the person that was causing all this trouble? Daiso-sama and Risiko-sama was asking all these questions. And then all this thing, then the crowd were just like gathering outside the meeting hall. And so waiting for an answer, what to do with her. Some of them actually wanted her executed because she could cause trouble. A few people actually said, give her to the daimyo of the Crane clan, let the daimyo handle it. And then after that, others then said, we should just strip her of whatever she have, banish her toward the land. And you heard all this, though. Doji Kabuki, Anjin, what with all this banishment? What with all this execution? What with all these things? What's wrong with all these people? They're terrified of this young woman. But because we don't have enough time to roleplay, we will keep it to the next coming episode 7, as you guys go to. Okay, that's the end of Toll of the Dead, which is supposed to be episode 1 out of 2. Today is just episode 1 out of 1. Okay, so that's it.
See you guys next week, and thank you for watching.
And goodbye, everybody.